All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's good with everybody? Kentrell LeGrew in the building. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Barbara D, good morning. Ricky Williams, good morning. Bank Hayes, what's going on? Justin Hawkins, what's good? Mr. Mileage. David Howard, what's going on? Jeremy Austin. Jose Lopez said yesterday's show was dope. I watched it twice. Hit the hype on it too. Please, hit the hype on it, man. Hit the hype on it, man. Conscious motivation in the building. What's going on? Denali Smith, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? People say Claressa was cooking in that poo-ass powder. Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible. We're going to review that today. It was terrible. She exposed herself. That's some Bill Haney shit she pulled off. She pulled. That's all she did is pull a Bill Haney. She just pulled a Bill Haney. That's all she did. She pulled a Bill Haney. I'm not impressed, Claressa. You pulled a Bill Haney. I'm not impressed. On to Moneyline said, what up, OG? How are you? Salute, chat. Yes, hey, I'm well. I can't complain, you know. Up here, I'm blessed. I'm awake. I came from the doctors. My health was good. It's Mr. Bono. Okay, Mr. Bono. Got you, Mr. Bono. Yeah. That's all she did. Claressa, you pulled a Bill Haney. You pulled a Bill Haney. It's not gonna work. Damn, dog. Bill Haney is a sneak thief, bro. I blame Bill Haney for this stupid ass thing that she did yesterday. That shit was stupid. You look terrible. I'm gonna tell you ahead of time what I think, and then I'm gonna tell you why. I got the evidence. I brought the receipts, man. I brought the receipts. Blaze Boxing, shoo bang in the building. What up, man? Oh, it's Blaze Boxing, shoo bang. Good to know, bro. What's up, shoo bang? I didn't know you were Blaze Boxing. What up, Square Biz? Good morning, everybody. Square Biz. Square Biz, huh? Square Biz. So yeah, same people, cool. Shoo bang, Blaze Boxing, same person. Gotcha. That's what's up. We'll wait for a little while before we get into this, but we shall get into it. I will tell you what I think of her presentation. I will show you her presentation. And I will show you why I thought what I thought about her presentation. In short, I think she pulled a Bill Haney, which was she bit off Layla Ali and tried to flip it on her. Let me repeat. She tried to steal from Layla Ali and flip it on her. Just like when Gervonta Davis said that he's the face of boxing and all of a sudden Devin Haney says he's the face of boxing. Devin Haney copycats on Gervonta Davis. Layla Ali, the GWOAT, is copycatting on Claressa Sheilds. I get it now. She's copycatting Layla Ali because Layla Ali was she be stinging, but she was the son of the greatest of all time. So she puts herself up as the GWOAT, who is what? The GOAT, the female Ali. She tries to take the place of Layla Ali. I get what Layla Ali is saying now because she's pulling a fucking Bill Haney. Bill Haney does that same shit with Gervonta. He wants Devin Haney to take Gervonta's spot. So Devin Haney attacks Gervonta. All these cats, attack Gervonta full time. Bill Haney attacks Floyd Mayweather Jr. What up, Greg Hackett? How you feeling, brother? Yeah, Claressa Sheilds is trying to copycat Layla Ali. And I will prove that that's all she did, was try to copycat Layla Ali. And will you stop that corny shit, please? Can we stop the corny shit, Claressa? Do not try to crab grab the back of this lady all the way to the top just because you ain't got nobody to fight. And I prove it because I've got both of the tapes. I got them. And we're going to go through them. Yes, we are. But I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait for y'all to come on in the chat, bro. Wait for y'all to come on in the chat. Come in the chat. I know I'm running slow. We know we're running late. We know boxing is not as exciting as it used to be because of all this mishmash nonsense all over the place. You don't know who to support. That whole crew is corny, man. That whole crew is super corny. However, I want to let you know that this is very orchestrated, and I'm going to bust these clowns out every time they do it. Because I'm in the busting out business now, buddy. I'm in the busting out now business. I'm in the busting out business now. I'm not about to debate y'all with y'all endless nonsense. I'm about to pull receipts on y'all Negroes. I like the pulling the receipts. I like the pulling of the receipts. And if somebody pulls receipts, I am going to prove that they're not pulling receipts at all. All this chick did was do some old scumbag shit. You know what I'm saying? All she did is set up Layla Ali. That's all she did was set up Layla Ali for a video, for a counter video. That's all she did. All she did is play a sneak move and try to expose Layla Ali for being mean. Meanwhile, all she exposed Layla Ali was for being rough as fuck. Layla Ali was like, if you don't get all the fuck out of my face, that's Layla Ali. Layla Ali, I'm like, dog, Layla Ali, I fucks with Layla Ali because Layla Ali didn't play. Layla Ali did not play, bro. Bust the bud buddies. Yeah, dog, I'm sick of y'all, bro. I'm sick of y'all. I'm bringing receipts so y'all don't put no more of this dumbass pieces of paper in my place. And I'm going to remind you, this is not defamation. It is not defamation. This is not defamation. This is not defamation. Layla called her a cheap knockoff imitation and came back with the same. Then she came back with the fame. Exactly. Layla called her a cheap knockout imitation, then came back with the same format. Imitating offer, copycat ass. Y'all some fucking cornball. Y'all some cornballs, bro. But we gonna wait for a little while. Then we're gonna get into it. Because I definitely. Oh, by the way, also, y'all niggas, Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing, bro. Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing. I don't want to hear it. He's the face of boxing. He's the face of boxing. He's the face of boxing. I don't want to hear it. Gervonta Davis is the face of boxing. He's the face of boxing. He's the face of boxing. I don't want to hear it. Y'all trying to do all this fake bullshit to put Terrence Crawford there didn't work. Gervonta Davis got multiple champions acting as sparring partners, bro. Raymond Ford is an ex-world champion. Shakur Stevenson is a reigning world champion, and they are sparring partners for Gervonta Davis's competition. We're going to stop all the phony shit right now. We're going to stop all the phoniness. You guys got a machine, a big-ass echo machine, copycat echo machine, exaggerating echo machine. You got all of that over there. That's your machine. And I got to admit, y'all must be inventing. You guys probably got a lot of money invested in that echo chamber, that echo chamber that y'all got set up. Fact of the matter is, Shakur Stevenson is a sparring partner for Jake Paul. Raymond Ford is a sparring partner for Jake Paul. You New Jersey champions are sparring partners for Jake Paul. Stop it. That is a Gervonta Davis fight that motivated two world champions to be sparring partners for his fight. You guys are sparring partners for Gervonta Davis's fight. You guys are sparring partners for Gervonta Davis's fights. So let me tell you something, man. Y'all are Y'all are scrambling, ain't you? Y'all are scrambling, ain't you? Are you getting paid to be sparring partners? Are y'all getting paid to be sparring partners? Y'all ain't got no fights coming up on that network. Gervonta had a fight coming up when he sparred Canelo. Does Raymond Ford have a fight coming up? Shakur ain't got no fight coming up. So what they doing sparring for? Gervonta got an excuse. Gervonta was sparring for Lima. As easy as a fight as that was, he was still sparring for Lima. Wasn't he? Y'all are hilarious. Ralph the Gamer said, sounds like rehearsal to me. Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. Very astute young man. Very astute young man. Very astute. Still, it's a game we're playing, so I'm playing the game. You guys want to play games? I'm playing games too. I know a whole lot of y'all are just straight up fake, but I'll act like you're real. Man, my guy Nevi, my guy So Deep gave me some great advice over the weekend, man. He was like, it's real, man. He's like, fuck them. I was like, even if it's fake, yep, even if it's fake, it's real. Hey, if it's fake, even if it's fake, it's real. Even if it's not true, it's real. Ride with him, dog. Ride with him on it. Even brought in Montana Love, bro. Come on, man. Montana Love. Come on, man. Is Montana Love, hey, true speaker, is Montana Love from Jersey? True speaker, 1884. Is Montana Love from New Jersey too? Where's the Montana Love from? What Shield did now? Oh, you'll see. Oh, he's from Ohio. Okay. I thought he might be from the what's that crime family out there? What's the name of that crime family out there in New York and New Jersey? The ones that are fucked because all of these niggas gambling and cheating. Because all these Negroes snitching on them. He from Cleveland. Let me tell you something. No disrespect to Montana Love. Montana Love can throw them hands. He'll probably whoop your ass in real life. All right. However, that said, I knew there was a problem with Montana Love when he's walking around with that pooch. Dog, I don't trust no nigga with a lap dog. I'm telling you right now, any nigga with a lap dog, I got a problem with niggas with lap dogs. I don't understand that lap dog shit. I don't understand the lap dog culture. You know what I mean? I don't understand the lap dog culture. If that dog is big enough for me to carry, I don't want that shit around me. I want a big ass dog that if somebody come near my house, his last fight with Liam Power, he knocked him out. That's what's up. Ralph the Gamer split the $5 super sticker. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you, Ralph the Gamer. Appreciate you for that support, man. Every bit counts. Every bit helps. Oh, shit, I ain't got my cat. Oh, yeah, dude. Every bit helps, brother. Thank you so much on one of these days. All right, man. When we get to 200, man. What up, Kimmy Sizzle? Man, seriously. I ain't lying, bro. Love hasn't fought in 2 years. Last fight, Liam Paro knocked him out. Okay, I thought he knocked out. Okay, yeah. Hey, man. Anybody who carrying them goddamn, any nigga with a lap dog, bro. Hey, man, y'all want to hear some funny shit? Watch this shit. Excuse my language. Watch this. Hold on one second. Hey, bro. There is a message. I got Bill Haney's wife. Hey, y'all want to hear a secret conversation going on between Bill and his wife when they talking about their YouTube channels?
And then turn around and let a man. How do you marry a woman and and then turn around and let a man bend you over.
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
It is.
How do you marry a woman and then turn around and let a man bend you over?
Ain't nobody bending me over.
Oh, so you doing the bending?
Hey, bro. Seriously, dog. That is Bill's conversation about them goddamn YouTube channels. How can you be married, Bill, and let another man bend you over? Ain't nobody bend me over. Oh, you doing the bending then? Yeah, baby, I'm doing the bending. That is goddamn Claymore Rain. That nigga talking about Claymore Rain and the rest of them clowns. I ain't gonna say nobody's name no more but Claymore Rain, bro. Dog, Claymore Rain was on the Boxing Voice, bro. I can't believe Claymore Rain was on the Boxing Voice, bro. I can't believe that this dude was out there giving his boxing opinion. The man don't know jack shit about shit jack out here giving his opinion about something, man. You don't get your bought and paid for ass, talking head ass out of my face, man. Anyway, bro. So we've got 160 people in the building. Can we get some likes? And then I want to start, and then basically we're going to get into this. We're going to get into Claressa Sheilds and how Claressa Sheilds is tripping and how this shit is a classic Bill Haney move. I am going to teach y'all today. Can I get a 1 in the chat? Can I get a 1 in the chat if I can be Professor Fanon today? Fanon, you see, hey, come on, man. Not yet. Fanon, you see the video of Shakur exposing himself as King of Cap. No, send me the link. Send me the link, man. It's easier on Twitter, man. All right, so I'm going to be Professor Fanon today, and we are going to analyze some videos this morning. Okay, we're going to analyze. Hey, is there stars? I got super chats. Barbara D with the super sticker. Thank you so much with the $5 hour, Barbara D. And Jeremy Austin with the $5 holler. We got $15. And we saying thank the Lord for the $15 that the chat has given us today. I would like to thank you. And in exchange for this $15, we finna get in and we about to study some shit. So first of all, let me tell you what I'm gonna tell you. Claressa Sheilds is a copycat. She's pulling a Bill Haney. She's out there looking like a damn idiot because she talked too much and Layla Ali fried her ass. So now this is her retort. Because you know she needed to shut all the way the fuck up after Layla Ali's last video. Claressa Sheilds should have shut all the way fuck up. But she didn't do that. Okay, I got you. Video link on DMs and Twitter. Yeah. Because that way I can go to Twitter on this computer. I can link it, download it. Boom. And I can bring it over here, man. You know what I'm talking about? So without further ado, we have to take a step back. Okay, we have to watch. We're gonna watch Claressa. Or should we watch? Let's listen to Layla Ali. No, let's go through Claressa first. This is Claressa Sheilds. And Claressa Sheilds' response. Oh, no. This is slow. Let's go through the first part first because we got time and shit.
There has been a whole lot of talk about the possibility of me making a comeback to boxing. And people have had a lot to say, but I have not addressed it until now. And I know everyone wants to know the answer to the question, will I be coming back? And I promise you, I'm going to give you that answer. But first, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here, while others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negativity, drama, and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running
Ooh. And buffoonery, nigga. She called you a coon, is what she called you. She said you're cooning and buffooning. She said buffooning, and that's right up there, right next to that. Gooning.
freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on now, listen. Layla Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
no, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Layla can rumble though.
And Wolf would have knocked Layla Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Layla oh so pretty ass out.
So this right
Claressa, you a hating ass. Woo, you hating ass. Come on.
Here is the consequence. Now, I have been busy working on other projects that required all of my time and focus, which is why I'm just now saying something. But honey, I have made the time to address this. So today, the bad guy.
Layla said, I got shit to do. I'll do the angry man interpretation. And the reason that the angry man interpretation is important is because later on, when you see Layla Ali's response, you see Claressa Sheilds' response, you'll notice that she completely ignores Layla Ali's tone. Layla Ali is just about saying fuck you, broad, like right to you. Like she's literally saying fuck you to your face. She is. She ain't got no nice attitude. She said she got big attitude, bro. She don't got no little attitude in this. She ain't playing Miss Nicey Nice. You know, she said, oh, she's so professional. She's so nice. She ain't nice. She just called you a buffoon is what she called you. Like some of y'all ain't that bright. You know what I mean? Like, look, Layla, I know you Negroes don't be talking like this is what you call somebody that is. All right. So first of all, let's say we're going to have some communication problems between Layla and Claressa because Layla is being very, very precise with her words. And I don't know if Claressa really gets exactly how much shit Layla Ali was talking. Layla Ali's talking a lot of shit right here.
The facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negativity, drama, and buffoonery.
Negativity, drama, buffoonery. Negativity, drama, and buffoonery. Bro, she calling you a hater and a buffoon. That is not Miss Nicey Nice. She knows she being funky.
But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on now, listen. Layla Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
no, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
No, that is right.
Come on, Layla can rumble though.
And Wolf would have knocked Layla Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Layla oh so pretty ass out.
So this right here is the consequence. Now, I have been busy working on other projects that required all of my time and focus, which is why I'm just now saying something. But honey, I have made the time to address this. So today, the bad guy ain't getting away. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now, I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics the second time or go pro. She would also call me
Hey, I'm sorry. Let me back up. See this picture. Saying,
asking me for advice.
Shit, right? Look at Claressa. Look. If you don't know women, that shit was fake from the start. Yeah, Claressa being fake, Layla being fake. Layla eyes over here, she's shrugging. Claressa hugging. Claressa got that big fake smile on her face. She happy to be on the stage. She happy to death to be on the stage with the Alis. Like she done made it. Layla like whatever. You know what I mean? But hey, man, we're going to do it.
Wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics the second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. Now, at the time, I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. Now, this is just a shortened version of the 6-minute piece that aired on CBS in 2016. 21-year-old Claressa Sheilds is as confident as her right.
All right, I'm going to tell you something, though. Hold on.
Heading to Rio for the Olympics to try and do something that has never been done before. I sat down to talk with her about changing history and being a positive spark for her hometown. You should have heard the story by now. The one about a kid from Flint, Michigan, who has gone toe-to-toe with adversity and stands undefeated.
But I'll always go back to Flint and help.
I know that when I was fighting, any of my struggles that I had to overcome, or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world, I would use that anger, and take it into the ring with me and channel that energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
I did that a lot. I was going through stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match, and I would take out everything I was going through on the girl, and that kind of helped me because after I boxed, that was my ultimate high, and I felt like my life was perfect for at least 2 weeks. So
Claressa's father, a former underground fighter, was passionate about boxing.
he went on to tell me that.
What up, Ashley's Corner in the building? What's up, Ashley? How you doing,
and
boo?
my dad, he says to this day, Layla's a bad girl. He says all the time. He said nobody in our family took up boxing. I thought when he told me that, he was telling me to take after him.
Claressa beat the odds to win gold in 2012. When the Olympics start in August, she'll try to be the first American boxer to win back-to-back gold medals. Everybody's going to be fighting you harder.
Hey, Spicy Hot.
They're going to be trying to elevate their game. They're going to be running hard. They're going to be training hard. They're going to be dreaming about beating you. How are you preparing for that mentally and physically?
Honestly, I've learned how to beat every fighting style. Tall girls, short girls, girls my size. Because I'm like, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty great, I don't know what
You're
I
supposed
would
to
do.
feel that way about yourself.
Like you
All right, man. You know it's wild. All right, can I do something that's kind of messed up? I don't want to, I'm going to say this, but this is just an observation and kind of like a sad observation, but it's got to be an observation because it's fair to Layla Ali and make an observation. What up, 2 Cent? This is why women should wear their hair natural. You see what I'm saying? Hair natural there.
Call me and let me know when she was fighting. Now, at the time, I was one of the hosts of We that aired on CBS and
go back to Flint and help.
Natural hair,
when I
natural
was
hair.
fighting, any of my struggles that I
Boom.
had to
Wig.
overcome, or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world.
That's
I
that
would use
chick's hair
anger,
right there.
And take it into the
That's
ring
a wig.
and channel that
That's her hair.
energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
Blow
I did that a
dried,
lot,
though.
I was going through.
That's a wig. Now, Layla Ali's hair is probably blow dried because her hair is going to be more like a fro. And her hair is going to be more like a fro. But I'm just saying, man, that is not even Layla Ali's. That's not even Claressa Sheilds' hair. Which is why I'm saying, man, y'all should get rid of that shit, man. Stop doing that shit. You don't need to do that, boo. You ain't got to do that, boo. You ain't. What up, Arena? How you feeling, sister? How you doing? Good to see you. Looking lovely in the picture as usual, like the gray swang. You know what I mean? She's had bad hair hat. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like
Stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match, and I would take out everything I was going
they
through
do.
on the girl, and that kind of helped me because after I boxed, that was my ultimate high, and I felt like.
However, you know what? A real badass chick can pull off a wig. It just depends. I think like you can pull off a wig if a wig is closer to your hair. You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a wig where the wig, like this shit she wore later on that you see is a wig too. Probably that afro is probably a wig. What up, Just Do? Man, y'all make sure y'all go subscribe to Just Do Boxing. What a great afternoon live stream, man. Y'all make sure y'all go support that dude. That's my dude, man. What's up, my man? 100 grand. All right, let us continue.
My life was perfect for at least 2 weeks. So
Claressa's father, a former underground fighter, was passionate about boxing.
he went on to tell me that Muhammad Ali, his daughter, Layla, took after him. And he's like, and my dad, he says it to this day, Layla's a bad girl. He says all the time. He said, nobody in our family took up boxing. I thought when he told me that, he was telling me to take after him.
Claressa beat the odds to win gold in 2012. When the Olympics start in August, she'll try to be the first American boxer to win back-to-back gold medals. Everybody's going to be fighting you harder. Everybody's going to be trying to elevate their game. They're going to be running hard. They're going to be training hard. They're going to be dreaming about beating you. How are you preparing for that mentally and physically?
Honestly, I've learned how to beat every fighting style. Tall girls, short girls, girls my size. Cause I'm like, I'm pretty good, I'm pretty great, you know? I don't know what
You're
I would
supposed to
do.
feel that way about yourself.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
don't
wouldn't have been able to get to this level if you didn't feel that way about yourself.
Yes.
I don't know about you ladies, but I have absolutely no doubt that Claressa is going to win gold again in the Olympics. Women's boxing wasn't even in the Olympics when I was boxing,
Right.
so I'm like, do it for us. Cause she
Man, that big ass girl will whoop your ass. Hold on, man. You talking all that shit. Look at how big this girl is.
I've learned how to beat every fighting
Look, man,
style.
I
Tall
ain't
girls,
lying. That's a
short
big
girls,
ass
girls my
woman
size.
right there,
I'm
bro.
like,
That
I'm
girl
pretty
put
good,
some
I'm pretty
hands
great,
on you,
know?
dog.
I don't know what I would do.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
You better be careful talking all that yap yap.
if you didn't feel
That's a
way
big
about yourself.
ass woman, bro. I'm
I
telling
don't
you.
know about you ladies, but I have absolutely no doubt that Claressa is going to win gold again in the Olympics. Women's boxing wasn't even in the Olympics when I was boxing.
Man, look at the
so I'm
size of
like,
that
do it
woman,
for
bro.
us,
That's
'cause
a
she's in
big
the weight
ass
class
woman,
I would have
bro.
been in, so I'm like, go get it, girl, go get it. There's a lot of women who've been
You beat
training
the
for a
shit out
long
you.
time, and nobody.
Hey,
knows who they
man,
are.
hey,
So the
all
Olympics
right.
just really gives them a platform and something.
I
to
don't know,
strive
man.
towards. I didn't even fight amateur because I was like, I can't go to the Olympics. Why should I do that? You know, I wanted to be in control of my career. But it's so great to see these young girls coming up. You know, we got 9-year-olds now and 10-year-olds, and they're inspired by people like Claressa.
Now, as you can see, I was genuinely rooting for her. I gave her praise. I gave her a spotlight. When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her about the challenges that I faced fighting at 168, where there was limited competition, and I suggested that if she decided to turn pro, she should consider going down in weight somewhere around
I have to
148, where
disagree.
she would have more
I have to disagree. I think this chick is mean as shit. First of all, she's striking me that she's mean as shit. She being mean as shit right here. Like, Claressa, why? I don't think she fake. I think that's just her. By the way, I've been around her. Man, that chick is, look, man, you can take, just because you one generation out the ghetto don't mean, bro, that your people, that you ain't got a lot of attitude. Bro, that's a big ass woman. That chick acts very, very Negro. And honestly, bro, I think that she would always put her hands on your ass. Like, I've been around her, bro. That chick is that. I think she's real. That's how she is. Because she ain't being nice. She being quite catty.
competitive challenges. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat, and
Daddy. I'm sorry for coughing in the mic. Petty as hell. Hey, hey, look, 2 cents. Just as I was trying to argue with you, out comes petty as hell. That's petty as hell for
get into
sure.
elite next level shape. I pointed her in the right direction, and I had high hopes for her. Whether she decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright if she played her cards right. But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature.
Look, bro, how can you say you don't know what kind of person she is when she got this look on her
next
face?
level shape. I pointed her in the right direction, and I had high hopes for her. Whether she decided to turn pro or not, I felt like her future was bright.
Hold on. Look at that shit. That chick is all in your face with the shit. That's how she look. That's somebody got an attitude, bro. The chick talks like this. Soda Black in the building, man. What up to my man Soda Black, man? How you doing, brother? She said Layla's like a $195 with no fat on her right now. Today she's bigger than she's a big ass woman, bro. That's all I'm telling you. That's a big, strong, and she's heavy. The thing is that she's big. Like 2 cents, she's big. That's even for her height, she's big for her height. That's what I mean. She's like 5'11. She's somewhere around 5'11, 200. She about 5'11", 200, bro. She's literally the size, dude. She's the size. She's the weight of a good size high school, strong safety, bro. She's the size of a decent strong safety, bro. You know what I mean? That's a big ass woman. That's all I'm saying. Claressa can, hey, all I'm saying, that's a big ass woman, bro. And she throws very straight punches. Like a lot of straight punches land, bro. That's a big ass woman, bro. Layla says she's 200, man. She's 200 with nothing on her, bro. She's 200, like seriously, she's 200 with nothing on her, bro. That's like me, bro. I'm literally like 230 with nothing on me, bro. Not a lot on me. 230 with not a lot on me, bro. She's big, bro. She's tall and big. She's 5 foot fine and 185 pounds. Hell no. That chick about 5'11", 200. What up, Rick? She said 30-year-old in her prime versus a 47-year-old who been inactive. Of course. Come on, Rick. Stop trying to blow people's fun with logic. Anyway, back to class.
But of course, at the time, I was not aware.
Biggest slut. All right. You talking about Layla Ali as far as like what she is now? She's 47-year-old. She probably is slow. If that chick is 28 years old, bro, that chick is not slow. She got some fat. Dude, Layla Ali is a fucking athlete, bro. I'm telling you. You say what you want, dude. That chick is an athlete, dog. That is an athlete. That is a thoroughbred fucking female athlete. I'm telling you. I've seen her in person, bro. That chick is a... Let me tell you about Layla Ali. Layla Ali got her daddy's talent, bro, for sure. She got his size, she got his attitude, and she most definitely got a lot of athletic ability from that dude, man. That chick is an athlete, bro. She ain't no big, slow-ass woman, bro. That is a big-ass athlete, dog. Just remember that, okay? Her mother was a dancer. Her father was one of the greatest athletes ever to walk. Bro, don't think she won't whoop your ass now. She got them hands, bro. Look at the size of the hands on this chick. The chick's hands look like this. What's the size of her hands? If she got them mitts, nigga, she gonna hurt you.
Aware of her divisive, vindictive, and malicious nature.
Man, look at the size of them mitts.
I know those are strong words, but they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. Now, before we started our interview in Colorado, she said to me, "You're the name people say when it comes to women's boxing. You're the face they know. I want that to be me." Now, looking back.
Hey, Claressa. 2 Cent. Look at her hands. Them shits is big ass mitts, bro. She got them fucking paws, bro. That's a big ass woman with some big ass paws. That's all I'm saying. That's a big ass woman with some big ass paws with a lot of knockouts. I think the reason she's knocking these women out is because she's that damn big with them big ass paws, bro.
Back after everything.
That's a big ass. That's all I'm saying. I look at her hands on the motherfucker's hands like you.
She was waiting for the right moment, the right excuse to finally do what she'd already made up her mind to do. I mean, that's how it feels now. She told me she saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot.
Bro, she's athletic. Look at that.
A comment to do. I mean, that's how it feels now. She told me.
Look at her legs, bro. Look at her quads, bro. Look at her arms. That's a fucking athlete, bro. I'm telling you. Not her calves are kind of relatively not big calves. Look at her thighs. Look at her thighs and her arms and her size, bro. That's a big ass one. That is not a fake athlete, bro. That's a real fucking athlete, bro. That's an athlete. Look at her look at her fucking quad. What do you call these shits here? Look at her quadriceps. Look at her biceps. I mean, her arms are like this a little bit, but it's not on that side. You fanned out, folks. Barry, get the fuck out of here, bro. Get out. I'm gonna throw your ass out here for a little bit of time, bro, because you got to shut the fuck up before I get mad at your ass. Shut up. I'm telling you, that chick is fucking. That's an athlete, bro. That's an athlete.
She saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted.
Rick, I said, bro, we're talking about her in her prime, Rick. Rick, in her prime. That's a fucking athlete. That's an athlete in her prime, Rick. Rick, in her prime. That's what I'm saying. Obviously, she's 47 years old. Can you please allow me to show you a picture that's old? Obviously, that picture's old. I'm going to tell you what is not. I'm going to tell you what is not old. This picture is not old. That's not old. Let me show you what's not old.
Right.
That is not old, bro.
But of course, at the time, I was not aware of her.
Does she look little to you? Come on, man.
Vindictive, and malicious nature. And I know those are strong words, but they actually fit. This girl has created a pattern. It's been directed towards many people time and time again. Now, before we started our interview in Colorado, she said to me, "You're the name people say when it comes to women's boxing. You're the face they know. I want that to be me." Now, looking back after everything that's unfolded, it seems pretty calculated now. Like she was waiting for the right moment, the right excuse to finally do what she'd already made up her mind to do. I mean, that's how it feels now. She told me she saw me as the face of women's boxing, and she told me that she wanted my spot. And she's been on a mission to ruin my reputation ever since, simply because she heard me make a comment that was not about her and she took it personal. Fast forward to 2018, I was promoting my cookbook, Food for Life, and went on The Breakfast Club, a national show with millions of listeners. I did a 36-minute interview, and when the topic of boxing came up, I actually mentioned her and made positive comments. Then much later into the interview, I was asked about the possibility of a comeback.
You ever been back in the ring just for fun?
Who's on the Food Network's Chopped?
Yes.
And you won.
I did a couple times.
So what brings you more joy, winning in the
Rick,
ring?
you
or
make a
winning
lot
in-
of excuses,
I
bro.
win, period. Definitely boxing is my
Rick, bro, I didn't know you was the king of excuses, bro. I didn't know that you were the king of excuses, bro. Why are you defending Claressa Shields talking a whole bunch of shit for like 8 years about a woman? Claressa Shields got out there and said, used Layla Ali's name and said she got $15 million to fight her, called her out. What are you talking about? This is a response to, this is Claressa Shields. This is Layla Ali's response to Claressa Shields. What are you talking about, Rick? Bro, it's like you got selective amnesia, Rick. Bro, you got selective memory like a mug. Bro, this is a response to Claressa Shields offering Layla Ali $15 million and talking shit about her, man. He was talking shit for 8 years. Come on now.
Something that I'm super passionate about.
Gotcha.
It'll be a part of my life forever. I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. You know, I think everything happens in due time. You got
What
Claressa
you
Shields
complaining
now,
about, Rick?
who's an Olympic champion.
Rick,
She's a young
Rick, you got to stop with the excuses, bro. You're just being a contrarian, bro, to be a contrarian, Rick. Bro, Rick, stop being different just to be different, bro. Now you say they both talk shit about each other. So why are you saying anything? If Claressa talks shit to Layla, and Layla talks shit to Claressa about fighting, why you got a problem with Layla and not a problem with Claressa that should be calling out somebody? Layla don't need Claressa Shields. Man, this shit is nothing. This shit, man, stop. I've been watching this shit, man. Hell no. I've been watching
girl came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a is getting some good attention.
Now remember, at the time, we were on good terms. She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis. But this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with Layla Ali. You know, I have so much respect for her, you know, and I like her. I actually call her my big sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, you know, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the number one in my weight class. And, you know, I'm just like, you know, nah. And, you know, I just feel like, you know, she gave props where it's due, but, you know, she also spoke on how, you know, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. And it's like, we got two different goals.
Bro, 2 cents. Layla Ali does not need Claressa Shields, dude. Muhammad Ali died and left the chick over $10 million, bro. Layla Ali is a multi-millionaire, bro, without boxing. Layla Ali made a shitload of money, man. Layla Ali's husband is a multi-millionaire, dude. That dude is an ex-NFL player with a bunch of businesses in Chicago. She don't need that. She don't need Claressa. That's not right, man. That's hell no.
And sets in life. No, me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just
I'm not even, and guess what? I'm not even saying Layla. Claressa needs Layla. But the person winning out of this discourse is Claressa. Because Claressa is the one that needs the press. Layla don't need the press. Layla's already on TV.
You know, even when she was boxing, she never fought on Showtime, HBO. I fought the main event on Showtime. I don't know how many times now. You know, fastest woman to win a world title. I did it in 4 fights. You know, and yeah, you can say, oh, the competition isn't there, and this girl wasn't that. But like I did it up in 4 fights, and so the girls that Layla Ali fought wasn't, you know, that great either. I mean, like, I'm the best female boxer that I've ever seen, and you know, if Layla Ali wants to come back, we can rumble, we can go. You know, this is not like, oh, I'm gonna step away. Like I respect her and everything, but you know, you're not gonna come back and beat me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can happen. You know, I just don't like the disrespect. And this is my last video too about this. You know, I never used her name to try to be like, you know, try to call her out of retirement. It's basically like she talking about she come out of retirement, she just gonna beat me if she decided to.
Now, of course, I didn't respond to this, but I noted it. For someone who hardly had any experience as a professional boxer and who was supposedly looking up to me, for her to think that I would even call her name in a conversation about me fighting or making a comeback was silly to me. Especially since I had literally told her that I retired from boxing because I didn't feel inspired or challenged anymore by the level of competition that was available to me. We had that talk. So I learned a lot about her character and her mindset. She took what I said out of context and made it all about her. I decided I was no longer going to invest time or energy into her. But she, on the other hand, she took it straight to social media, started comparing her boxing skills to mine, making negative comments about me, and pitting herself against me in a fight. A year later, I was doing press for my show Homemade Simple on OWN, so I went on Sway Universe, another syndicated national show with millions of listeners. We were talking, he asked me about boxing, he asked me about her, I said positive comments as usual, then he plays one of her visits.
Are you watching women's boxing today?
Oh yeah.
You like Claressa?
I do. I think that she's a talented fighter, and she has the opportunity right now. The stage is set, you know, so now she just has to kind of do her thing.
Talk about Homemade Simple, airing Saturdays 9 a.m. on the OWN network. Okay, it's an incredible show. I had Claressa here, right? I asked her who did she think would win and you against you in your prime and her now. And this is what she said.
She's not cut like me. She don't take the challenges. Like, she didn't fight against Ann Wolf. I fight against the best and beat the best. And if Layla Ali was to come out of retirement, I beat her too.
That's not anything I haven't heard before. First of all, she's supposed to feel like she's the greatest.
Absolutely.
But just because you think you are doesn't mean you are.
Okay.
I like to support and uplift people. And I think that on your way up, just do your best not to disparage those that have come before you. First of all, she could never beat me.
Okay.
Let me just get that straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Layla?
Let's get that straight right now.
Okay.
And not simply because she's not strong enough, okay, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. It's a sweet science to boxing. The reason why you have not been able to knock out the opponents that you've already faced, I can totally see it. Why? But maybe if you would have been a little more respectful, and I'm not talking about thinking you can beat me and call it that, do all that. I'm talking about just trying to, she didn't do this, she didn't do that.
Yeah.
I don't respect her as a boxer. I only respect her as a businesswoman. I've heard her say that before. I was always there for her because she's a young black girl from Flint, Michigan.
Yeah,
And I want to help uplift her because that's the Ali way. I am successful in so many areas outside of boxing. Boxing is not what defines me. There's always going to be another girl. But I tell you what, when I offered her to spar me, that definitely was a check right there to see. Let me see what kind of heart she has. You should come whoop me just for bragging rights. And she didn't take me up on that offer. I said, okay. And let's put this in context. I'm only talking about this because you're asking me. She's done a ton of interviews since then, and she's always saying I disrespected her. Now you've seen what she's been referring to. So she felt justified to go on a tirade, and of course, she's twisted the story over the years and taken my comments out of context. Now, according to her, I just started talking about knocking her out, just out of jealousy. Now you've seen what I said, what she said, how this started, and you can see she pitted herself against me in a fight. Now, I know some of this younger generation may not be familiar with me, but I've never been one to just talk about things I can't do. When I said that I would knock her out back in 2019, it wasn't any different than what I've said to anyone who's challenged me in the past. You can go back and look at tape on me. That was not just talk for me, it's what I did. TKO, KO, it didn't matter. I was gonna stop you. It wasn't going to a decision. And if you didn't belong in there with me, I was gonna get you out of there. That's just facts.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. For real, I really wish that y'all like could seriously see how big this chick is. That's a chick that can thump your head, bro. Them slow ass punches, man, don't matter. Bop. That's why she can hit.
Back then in 2020, I did get to a point where I was ready to get back in the ring and show her why, even though she is talented. I said it back then and I'm saying it now, but she could never outbox me. High-level promoters did reach out to me directly, and we had some serious conversations about me making a comeback. Now, of course, she was never even involved in any of those discussions. Then COVID happened, you know how that was, and it all went away, and I left it alone. Now, here is just a small glimpse of the narrative that she's been building over the years.
But I feel like Layla Ali has always been kind of envious of me. I'm just so accomplished in women's boxing, and she never got that due diligence and that respect. So to see...
Nigga, what the fuck does I'm sorry, I'm being a hater. Due diligence, she never did her due diligence, bro. You know what I mean? She never got her due diligence. That's what I'm saying. There's always going to be a problem between Claressa and Layla Ali because Layla Ali is just better educated. And I'm saying that shit is going to make a problem with how they talk to each other. This chick thinks she's slick, bro.
Me getting it kind of pisses her off. So you look at who she fought. Her biggest test was freaking Vonda Ward and Christy Martin. And Christy Martin weighed in at 140 pounds, and Layla Ali was 160.
Layla Ali beat 159 pounds. She's 142 pounds. She's saying that she weighed in at 140 pounds when it was really 159 pounds. So she's saying that's not true.
Like, how are you making matches like that? So Layla Ali is a hater. That's it. Nothing but her being a hater and her being, you know, envious of my success and what I've done for women's boxing. And she feels like she deserves that credit because everybody kind of give it to me now. Like, and I think that she's like, but, you know, I'm an Ali daughter and I boxed before her and I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts, and she kind of, you know, want people to keep acknowledging her. She's retired.
She's retired.
And
She's probably
43. I hate when somebody else try to take somebody else's shine, somebody else's attention. You know, it's like, she's, you know, nobody was trying to take her attention when it was her time.
You hate when somebody's trying to take your shine, try to take your attention, not somebody. Is yours.
Undisputed champion. She's never been undisputed, and people are comparing me to her.
Anyway,
and
I'm being a hater.
Offended. When it was like, to me, I thought it was a good comparison because I feel like I box way better than her, and for them to be saying that me and her are equal or whatever, she should have been happy because of that, because they're giving her more props on her skills, which I feel like she didn't really have that much. But you know, whatever. Yeah, we had Layla Ali. Respect. But she can't do for women's boxing what I'm doing. I'm gonna be different because I'm gonna give my blessing, or I'm gonna let a girl take her blessing. And what that means, I'm gonna fight the young girls coming up, and if they beat me, now they're the best. That's how you do it. My advice, Layla, is you will look a lot better, and people will stop calling you a hater and calling you jealous and old and bitter. If you
People will stop calling you. Bro, you're talking about yourself. Now, I'm sorry. This is like, she's talking about herself, bro. She's talking about herself, bro. She's not talking about somebody else. She's talking about herself.
Somebody else shine, somebody else attention. You know,
you're talking about you.
And she
tell the fucking truth. You're mad about you. that she's stealing your shine, that she's doing this to you. Don't say that she's stealing somebody out there that you don't know, shine. You're talking about yourself, Claressa. Speak up and say what you mean. You mean she's stealing your shine.
Feels like she deserves that credit because everybody kind of give it to me now. Like, and I think that she's like, but you know, I'm Ali's daughter and I boxed before her and I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts and she kind of, you know, want people
She can run off her credentials real fast.
To keep acknowledging her. She's retired.
She's retired.
And
She's
been
probably
retired for a long time.
43.
I hate when somebody else try to take somebody else's shine, somebody else's attention. You know, it's like she's, you know, nobody was trying to take her attention when it was her time. Undisputed champion. She's never been undisputed.
Nobody was trying to take her attention when it was her time. What do you mean? She's got fucking television programs right now, Claressa. What do you mean? I can't stand when people say that shit. Dude, it's Layla Ali is still alive. What do you mean? During her time, bro. She's already got cooking shows. She's a very famous woman. She's going around the Sway universe giving interviews because they want to talk to her. She's not somebody just out in the crowd that's getting pulled on to Sway's universe or getting pulled onto these shows because she's being asked about Claressa. They're putting on the show because of who she is. Nah, bro, I think you can say what you want about boxing, but Claressa Shields is not giving Layla Ali her respect. Layla Ali is already famous, bro. Just like Mike Tyson is already famous. Mike Tyson is not stealing. Mike Tyson is not stealing the thunder of Terrence Crawford. Dude, he's already famous. Like Layla, she's not stealing your credit. She's not taking anything from you. She's already famous. She's not staying famous because of you. If you had never come around, Layla Ali would still be famous. That's the thing I think Claressa Shields, and I say this with love, I say respect. What she's missing right here is that Layla Ali was already famous. This is delusional. That's like you saying to Christy Martin. If Christy Martin's on TV, oh, you're just trying to steal my shine by being on TV. Christy Martin? No, Christy Martin's already famous. Floyd Mayweather Jr. is already famous. Layla was famous before you started fighting. What are you talking about? This is silly. What she's saying right here is silly. It seems to me, but nobody, no, bullshit. She's on the shows. How can you say nobody, no, 2 Cent. How can you say nobody's talking about Layla while Layla is on cooking shows? I see Layla on commercials on my television for cooking shows. People are talking about her. They're just not talking about her in the boxing world. They're talking about her on the television show she's on. No, she's on television shows. She's got a bigger... Dude, Layla Ali has a bigger media presence than Claressa Shields does because she's doing other things. She's the wife of... Nah, man, seriously. No, hell no. I'm telling you, man, she's Layla Ali. She's famous. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, she's famous. Paris Jackson, famous. Paris Jackson don't need nobody. Paris Jackson, let me say, Paris Jackson, she's already famous. She's very beautiful. She's already famous and rich. The crazy thing is, she was rich before she fought. like, come on, she's Muhammad Ali's daughter. She even acknowledges that, oh, that's all she is. But bro, that's a lot. I mean, even when people say, oh, you know, she doesn't need the Ali name, dude, that shit carries weight like shit. You know what I'm telling you? That shit carries weight in your life. Anyway, I just think the chick is already famous before you ever met her. When you heard her name, it was because she was famous. When Layla Ali first heard of Claressa Shields, she heard about her in a gym when she was fighting because Layla Ali was already fighting when you were picking up the sport. Dude, her fame didn't go anywhere. Like it didn't. It's like it didn't go anywhere. Like when I'm on YouTube, and I hate to skip it. People like, dude, I was already somebody before I got to YouTube. Like these dudes think they can tear you down because they see you on YouTube, and that means all you are is YouTube. No, Layla Ali already said that's what she said in this. I'm already bigger. I already got a lot of shit going on outside of boxing. Bro, her dad is like, dude, she's never gonna starve. Like it's anyway, man. I just think y'all are like, that shit is delusional, bro. And she's not looking and understanding that she's talking to somebody that was already famous. Matter of fact, even in what minute are we at? 15:19. When you see here, dude, look where Claressa, look where she is. She's on, look, you're telling me nobody wants to talk to her, right? If nobody wants to talk to her, why is she with Charlemagne? That's Charlemagne the God. She's sitting there talking to Charlemagne the God. She's talking to Sway. She's on Charlemagne the God. She's on Sway. They did not, dude, she's famous. Like, come on, man. Anyway, 15, we'll go to 16.
And what that means, I'm going to fight the young girls coming up. And if they beat me, now they're the best. That's how you do it. My advice, Layla, is you will look a lot better. And people will stop calling you a hater and calling you jealous and old and bitter.
That's you doing that shit. You're calling her jealous, old, and bitter. You're calling her jealous, old, and bitter.
If you actually stop hating, bro, you will look better if you was to support the black girl from Flint who made it out the trenches to where she at now. You will look a lot better.
She wants to try to make it still seem like she's somewhat relevant in women's boxing. When people give her props about how she built up women's boxing, and I just don't feel the same way. What really did you do for women's boxing? Like, you let it die. You let it die for 20 years, and then I had to come and put in all this extra work to get it to where it is now.
Now, can we be fair? Claressa Sheilds is not the biggest name in women's boxing right now. Women boxing is a lot bigger. But Claressa Sheilds is not the biggest name in women's boxing right now, bro. She's the best. She ain't the biggest.
I think that wasn't fair, and I don't think that she was as big as a pioneer in women's boxing as you think she was. Because I would never do that. I would pass the torch.
There are hundreds and hundreds of women who have participated in the sport of boxing over the years. They have all made a contribution in their own way. We don't need to argue over who's done more. That destructive crab in a barrel mentality is exactly what we don't need in the sport. Here she is on a recent podcast explaining how she's passing the torch and that she has created a blueprint for success, which she is now sharing with other female fighters. She says that the #1 thing they need to know is how to build their brand.
I actually promote a woman fighter, and I'm giving her all the jewels and stuff that I know so she can get her big paydays too. It's a blueprint now on how you make $1 million, even if you don't have the gold medals. The biggest blueprint is build your brand.
Oh, she must have forgot years ago she recorded this. And
Also, that's not a fucking blueprint. The blueprint is not grow your brand. How do you grow your reputation? But anyway, shit.
Said
Layla,
I gave her the piece of advice that she is now referring to as the most valuable piece of information that you need to be successful. But supposedly I didn't support her and I didn't want to pass the torch.
Layla Ali told me to build my brand, a good brand, and a brand that I want to represent and stand for. And she said, have good people behind me who I trust.
So this whole idea that she started about me being jealous because of her accolades and her surpassing me, do you realize that for years, fans have believed that there's so many fighters that are better than me? I mean, they have more titles than me. Multi-million-dollar fights are happening, more money than I ever made, more money than she's making. So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right? Nope, I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. Titles
back to the goddamn size of
fights are happening, more money than I ever made, more money than she's making. So I guess if I'm supposedly jealous of her, I must be hating on them too, right?
Yeah, that's a big ass woman, bro. That is a big. I'm telling you, man. Y'all think that's. I know 2 Cent. You think she would have made it easy? Maybe she can make it easy money now, bro. I'm telling you, that girl right there. Them slow ass punches hurt.
Nope, I actually celebrate other women's success. I have relationships with those women. We have mutual respect. It's all love. She's the only one who decided to make herself my opposition. And she has created this drama and she's kept it going for the past 8 years. People came to know her because she kept calling out my name. She's obsessed with me and she literally cannot keep the name Layla Ali out her mouth. There are people who will say, she's confident, she talks trash. That's what fighters do. Yes, fighters talk. Nobody did it better than my father and me, and we backed it up. I've never had a problem with a fighter saying they could beat me or that they think they're better than me. That's expected. I don't consider that disrespect. But what I do have a problem with is a liar or someone who intentionally tries to disparage me in order to gain visibility and respect. As I mentioned in my interview on Sway, about 8 years ago, I offered her sparring during one of our phone conversations. I was like 40-41. It was just to give her some work. Well, she changed that subject and never took me up on the sparring. So when I mentioned it on Sway, there was a lot of comments from the public because people were surprised that she wouldn't have taken that opportunity. Now, can you imagine if she and I were to get in the ring and spar back then? You know, there would have been camera phones, it would have been recorded. She would have proof of what she could do and vice versa. So I guess after the feedback and comments that she saw, she felt the need to take it to social media and put out an excuse.
You said she's projecting. Let me see.
40-41. It was just to give her some work. Well, she changed that subject and never took me up on the sparring. So when I mentioned it on Sway, there was a lot of comments from the public because people were surprised that she wouldn't have taken that opportunity. Now, can you imagine if she and I were to get in the ring and spar back then? You know, there would have been camera phones, it would have been recorded. She would have proof of what she could do and vice versa. So I guess after the feedback and comments that she saw, she felt the need to take it to social media and put out an excuse.
I don't sway that if I was so tough that I would have sparred her for brownie points. I am a 2-time Olympic champ. Only thing that matters to me is what happened outside of practice. She talking about practice. Take the Ella talking about practice. I don't care about sparring nobody. I'll get in there and spar and work with anybody. All I care about is fighting. But like I said, she don't really care about women's boxing.
So that
all right. So there you go. A 2 cent. Now, I'm being devil's advocate here though. This sounds like she said she only wants to fight a 41-year-old. She doesn't want to spar, but yet she'll spar anybody. If she said that she'll spar anybody, then why wouldn't she spar Layla? She contradicts herself. But I might be biased. I like Layla Ali. I'm giving her attention. She thirsty. She deserves the attention. She's a great fighter. Look, she contradicts herself.
And put out an excuse.
I don't sway that if I was so tough that I would have sparred her for brownie points.
Right. She said, look, in this part, she's about to say that she doesn't spar. She doesn't care about sparring. And then she's going to say that she spar anybody. And then she only cares about fighting. But Layla's 41 years old and she's not a professional fighter. All you can do is spar her. And if you'll spar anybody, then why won't you spar her? I'm sorry, she fucked up.
A 2-time Olympic champ. Only thing that matters to me is what happened outside of practice. She talking about practice. Take the Ella talking about practice. I don't care about sparring nobody. I'll get in there and spar and work.
We about to go to Layla.
But like I said, she don't really care about women's boxing.
So that was her response. Why sparring? It doesn't mean anything. But many years later, she comes up with a whole new story.
And the thing is, she keeps saying, one time she asked me to spar. Let me tell you this. Jason Crutchfield was my eyes and my ears back then because I was naive. I don't pay attention to stuff. Jason had already told me back then she feels some type of way. Coming in, gold medals and doing your thing, he like, she feels some type of way. But she's still embracing you though. And I said, okay, whatever. But I had mad love for her though. So it was like, the closest thing to Muhammad Ali is Layla Ali. So I love this girl. You know what I'm saying? And looked into her, took her advice and everything. He said, when we going down here, because she had appointed me to give Muhammad Ali the Liberty Medal in Philadelphia. Now that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me? And that's when it was more of like a, dang, I hate that coach was right about you. I'm like, okay, well, we can spar when you want to spar. I got my stuff in the car. She like, no, it ain't like that. I'm more about, let's not talk about it, let's be about it.
Now, you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone.
I got my stuff in the car. She like, no, it ain't like that. In Philadelphia. Now that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me? And that's when it was more of like a, dang, I hate that coach was right about you. I'm like, okay, well, we can spar when you want to spar. I got my stuff in the car. She like,
am a two-time Olympic champ. Only thing that matters to me is what happened outside of practice. She talking about practice. Take the Ellen Iverson, talking about practice. I don't care about sparring nobody. I'll get in there and spar and work with anybody. All I care about is fighting. But like I said, she don't really care about women's boxing.
So that was her.
Ooh. And somebody else is sitting there.
And the thing is,
Andre Ward. Andre, you gonna let that shit slip?
she keeps saying,
dog, you know damn well these San Francisco niggas did this shit on purpose, and they are asking this question about Layla Ali. And okay, I know.
One time she asked me to spar. Let me tell you this. Jason Crutchfield was my eyes and my ears back then because I was naive. I don't pay attention to stuff. Jason had already told me back then she feels some type of way. Coming in, gold medals and doing your thing, he like, she feels some type of way. But she's still embracing you though. And I said, okay, whatever. But I had mad love for her though. So it was like, the closest thing to Muhammad Ali is Layla Ali. So I love this girl, you know what I'm saying? And looked into her, took her advice and everything. He said, when we're going down here, because she had appointed me to give Muhammad Ali the Liberty Medal in Philadelphia. Now that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me? And that's when it was more of like a, dang, I hate that coach was right about you. I'm like, okay, well, we can spar when you want to spar. I got my stuff in the car. She like, no, it ain't like that. I'm more about, let's not talk about it, let's be about it.
Now, you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down. Now, can you imagine if she and I were to get in the ring and spar back then? You know, there would have been camera phones, it would have been recorded. She would have proof of what she could do and vice versa. I did an interview with Andre for his podcast too, before I had a chance to see her episode. And if you go watch her interview, everything's I think this, somebody told me that, no facts. I need you to understand how deep this goes with this girl. Now I know she's on a constant search for validation. She needs to feel important and it's obvious she's fixated on me. But watch how she sits on The Breakfast Club, the same show she saw me on back in 2018 when I said I wasn't making a comeback. She goes on in 2020 after dragging my name for years and acts like she has no idea why I no longer support her or want anything to do with her. Now, she knows The Breakfast Club is a national show with millions of listeners, so she's careful not to say anything negative about me because that wouldn't fit the story she's trying to sell. Instead, she plays it safe so she can position herself as the victim.
Do I want to fight a 41 or 40-year-old Layla Ali? No. I want to actually her embrace me, I embrace her, and we build women's boxing to the place where it's supposed to be at. But I don't think she sees that vision. Like she doesn't show me any kind of support. Like I see her all the time comment on this other boxer girl page, Katie Taylor, and always telling her congrats and everything. But then with me, it's like she don't show any kind of respect or acknowledgement, and I'm a black girl just like she is, who came up hard, and I have to been making my way forever. Like, I made my own way. I wasn't handed anything. Just about supporting each other. You know what I'm saying? But
I wonder why she wouldn't though. Like, what, did you say something about her back in the day?
I just think that in boxing, she feel like she never got her fair share. I feel like she never got to the point where she wanted to get to, and people recognize Layla Ali, but they always try to say like, oh, she only was big because of her dad, and they don't really give her props on her skills. I'm not one of those people. And then some people say that she.
What are you talking about? You said she was shit. Now, come on. Now, Layla Ali can look like she can be arrogant. This chick is flip-flopping all over the fucking map. And I'm sorry, man, she just got her on this shit. It's kind of crazy.
Fight Ann Wolf. But me being a woman fighter, now I realize that it's hard to make big fights with other big women. It really is. So think about it. Back then, when it wasn't a lot of money, wasn't TV exposure, I kind of can see why her and Ann Wolf didn't fight. But people's story is that she was scared of Ann Wolf, and Ann Wolf would have knocked her out. And that's their story.
3 months later, she takes her mask off and she's back to her usual story.
Ann Wolf, you were a better fighter than her. And I believe that that's where this whole beef started from. That, I spoke on that. She hates whenever your name gets mentioned. She still to this day mentions your name. Say how you were scared of her, how you didn't want to fight her. And I don't believe that for 1 second. And she may have a bigger name, but that's because women's boxing wasn't supported how we are now. If Layla Ali came up in this generation, she would not be known. Nobody would know of her. I know for a fact you would have put Layla Ali ass to sleep. So just because you couldn't do it, you didn't have the opportunity because, she didn't want to sign a paper to fight you, I'm letting you know now. I'm going to kick her ass for the both of us. Yeah, we all know. Abducted Ann Wolf. We know that. We don't got to. She know that. Everybody know that. It's literally written, I think, somewhere.
Now, I've seen this before with Ann Wolf, another fighter who used the same playbook. Both of these women have a lot in common in terms of the way they've been able to get visibility for themselves by using my name and making up lies. Since I'm in the season of pulling skirts, I'm gonna go ahead and pull hers too, and I'm gonna do another video on her next. That lie that I would not fight her has been told so many times as if it's a true fact. So I'll be gathering my receipts on her too, since she wants to start talking again. This one is so detached and delusional that she actually praises my father while trying to trash his daughter.
Yeah, we had Layla Ali, but she can't do for women's boxing what I'm doing. Because I kind of feel like God wants me to be like the next Muhammad Ali. Because I kind of feel like God wants me to be like the next Muhammad Ali. I think it's Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, me. That's it. Learn.
I am high as hell. Dog. Now, too, since she delusional as shit. Stop it right there. Look right here. Now, we're going to get to the next one, bro, but come on, man. You tell me she ain't just saying like some next shit.
Muhammad Ali.
I feel like God wants me to be the next Muhammad Ali. And you're talking to his daughter. You're talking about his daughter. Saying I'm supposed to be the next Muhammad Ali, but you're talking to his daughter. That's his daughter, right? You literally know that's like blood of his flesh, blood of his blood. Literally, that's his family, that's his daughter, right? This chick is talking about somebody's father, right? That's her. Hey, that's her father, right? You're saying that you think it's Ali Floyd Mayweather than you, and then you're trying to say that you are the next, but you're shitting on his daughter, and she's nothing unless she was his daughter. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you wanted to be Muhammad Ali's daughter. That's what the shit it sounds like. No, come on, 2 Cent. That is not wild. That's fair, 2 Cent. Dude, it's fair. Look what the girl's going through.
Yeah, Layla Ali, but she can't do for women's boxing what I'm doing. Because I kind of feel like God wants me to be like the next Muhammad Ali. Because I kind of feel like God wants me to be like the next Muhammad Ali. I think it's Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, me. That's it.
Learn from Muhammad Ali. If you don't validate yourself first, nobody else ever will.
You know, if she wants to be like in the public and keep her name tied to mine because I'm young and popping. Right now, it's my time. And she wants to keep her name connected to mine. Listen, Muhammad Ali would never. Her daddy would never. Her daddy would never. Maybe she don't have that in her genes.
Now, what father would embrace someone like her?
Maybe she don't have that in her genes.
Now, what father would embrace someone?
Bro, it's over with this statement right here. I'm fucking up Claressa Sheilds. I'm telling you right now, 2 Cents, you can say you're wrong. Somebody gonna grab 2 for this. I have not heard Layla Ali say anything like this.
Yeah, we had Layla Ali, but she can't do for women's boxing what I'm doing. Because I kind of feel like God wants me to be like the next Muhammad Ali. Because I kind of feel like God wants me to be like the next Muhammad Ali. I think it's Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, me. That's it.
Learn from Muhammad Ali. If you don't validate yourself first, nobody else ever will.
You know, if she wants to be like in the public and keep her name tied to mine because I'm young and popping. Right now, it's my time. And she wants to keep her name connected to mine. Listen, Muhammad Ali would never. Her daddy would never. Her daddy would never. Maybe she don't have that in her genes.
Nah, I'm just telling you, bro. Hey, if it was Martin, Ali, Mayweather, me, what? That's it. Martin, Ali, Mayweather, me. Oh, you said that shit's crazy? Oh, okay. I thought, yeah. I want to make sure. Hey, 2 Cent, I'm trying to make sure I'm not trying to be too heavy against Claressa. Oh, you're talking about that shit? Yeah, that shit crazy.
Now, what father would embrace someone like her or want to be associated with someone like her while she's trying to tear down his very own child? My father was the greatest of all time because not only did he have a beautiful, one-of-a-kind style in the ring, he was also a remarkable individual outside of it. He used his platform to uplift and inspire people.
Yes.
He carried himself with integrity, kindness, and grace. He was someone our community could be proud of, and he represented us well. You know what my father would say? She's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside of the ring. Now, many of us...
Hey, what's them slow ass punches? Hold on now. I saw some slow ass punches. Dog, them some slow ass punches.
Not represent anything about him in the ring or outside the ring.
That's slowed down.
Now, many of us, including myself, had high hopes for her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction, but she has become a disappointment. She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
Beneficial. Fuck them if they win against you.
I ain't playing it because I don't want to diss her too hard. We know she can't rap. She ain't supposed to be rapping. That's a wig. Look, that's a wig. That is a wig. That is a wig right there. She can use that wig.
For her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction, but she has become a disappointment.
No, you don't have the talent. Baby, Luis, hey, look, Claressa. You do not have the talent to pull this off. All right, we got to talk to y'all lady for a second now. It's not a matter of being trashy or not. It's a matter of fucking talent. She does not have the talent to pull this move off.
My father would say she's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside of the ring. Now, many of us, including myself, had high hopes for her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction.
She does not have the talent to pull this shit off. Okay? You're doing good to right here. Right here, you're doing okay. You can float. All right? It's working. No!
Disappointment.
You not that. No, you can't, bro. You can't pull that off. You can't pull that off. You do not have the sheet now of all the criticisms I have for her. Baby girl, you do not have the talent for that. No, you got to have something there, girl. You got to have that hook. You ain't got no hook, nigga. No. Okay? Some of us got flat booties. Okay? Some girls got flat booties. Girl, you got a flat booty. You can't pull that off unless you got a round one, bro. That's a round booty girl. That's for the booty. That is for the best for the, you know what I'm saying? That's for the bubble butts. The bubble butts can do that. You got to have a talent, dog. You got to have a talent. I'm just telling you, she could pull this shit off and the whole world could celebrate her. But you got to have a talent to pull it off, dog. That's like, you can't be doing 360s and going hitting the rim. You know what I mean? You don't jump up there, woo, I'm about to see something. Boom, hit the rim. You gotta have a, that's not a, you know what I'm saying? That angle ain't right. No.
She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
Beneficial. Fuck them if they win against you. You don't need them bitches with you. Her man ain't got no balls, so you know he's big little. Not them fake hoes, do it for the real women. I ain't fuck this nigga 2 years, still bitch.
All right, she needs to be in a studio. If you're gonna rap, put that shit in the studio. You can't have no shit playing on your cell phone in the background, bro. We need higher production values. She tacky as hell for
girls who think they just so pretty, and just because they born light skinned that they just all that they can come on people's shit talking shit. Look better than you.
No, you don't.
I look better than you, so you can get.
No, you don't.
Get off my shit.
No, you don't. Nah, you don't. No, you don't. Claressa, you don't look better than me. So what the fuck? No, you don't, baby. No, you don't, baby. That's what my mama told me one time, bro. Mama, I got a friend named Johnny, man. I was like, am I better looking than Johnny? Man, my mama said, no, baby, you not. Baby, I love you, but baby, no, you not, dog. No, you not. You're not better looking than me, sweetie. You're not better looking than me. And okay? So you damn sure ain't better looking than Layla. You need to come on with a hell no. Nah, seriously, man. She got an A. Hey, man, look. No, she ain't ratchet. She a champ, bro. She ain't got to try to, she can't try to compete with Layla in some shit. It's an unfair fight. You know what I'm saying? It's an unfair fight, bro. It's an unfair fight. I ain't trying to post up Shaq. Okay, you trying to post up Shaq. That shit's not going to work, bro. He's going to block the shot. And guess what? You really lucky that's all Layla Ali said. Layla Ali didn't even say nothing about this shit. She said, she brought it up, but dog, she didn't even get ignorant with it. And Layla could have went for the jugular off this shit.
Yeah, get your funny looking ass up out of here. I don't play with these hoes.
You have a clear picture of what our relationship was and what exactly happened in the past that led to today. Now, do you believe I'm jealous of her accomplishments? So in part 2, I'm going to discuss that $15 million. You have a clear picture. You have a clear picture of what our relationship was and what exactly happened in the past that led to today.
All right, we getting Layla
I'm
next.
Jealous of her accomplishments. So in part 2, I'm going to discuss that $15 million offer and finally answer the question everyone wants to know. Will I be coming back to boxing to get that knockout? If you want to know when part 2 drops, turn on your notifications.
We will find out when part 2 drops, but now you have the background.
For those saying that Layla Ali YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy, that wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty.
Yeah, she was. She being nice and nasty. Hell yeah. Bill Haney, bro. I am not going to respond to this. I am glad it is short. Hell yeah, she nice, nasty as hell. But look at the gimmick she tries to pull, bro. This is Bill Haney, bro. I'm telling you right now, this bullshit is Bill Haney, bro. I blame Bill Haney for this bullshit. Listen, I'm sorry, not bullshit. Let's go through what she did. We'll listen.
For those saying that Layla Ali YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy, that wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty.
Back in 2020, Layla did an interview stating that I accused her of being a bad businesswoman. Where's the, hey, excuse me. Where is the fucking interview? Bill Haney, where's the interview? Layla came with a bunch of fucking receipts. You're responding. Where is, back in 2020, Layla did an interview stating I accused her of being a bad businesswoman. Where's the interview? All right, I'll play the whole thing. Fair enough.
For those saying that Layla Ali,
breaks, I don't want her to give me a copyright violation. Oh, the end of the video? I haven't seen the whole video. Okay, fair enough. Where's the video on her YouTube channel? I'll play the whole video. All I got was the end. All right, fair enough. I'll go through it. Where's Claressa Sheilds' YouTube channel? I don't know. I had enough time. Nah. Man, I wasn't ready for this. I only saw this little bit. All right, though. Oh, 20 minutes? Okay. Do. Control C. All right, I give it the same thing. I didn't see the whole thing. I just thought they put up this clip. All right, I'm pulling it up. Hey, says spare us the highlights with Jer. We'll work with this right now, though.
YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy. That wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty.
She was being nice. She was definitely being nice, nasty. She was definitely not trying to be nice to you. Wolf's loss was an Ali victory, so Ali the best. I wouldn't say that. I think Claressa Sheilds can fight for real. She was being nice, nasty. Yeah, no, she don't like you, bro. All right, so oh, I'm going here with this. All right, give me a second. All right, I got to take a short intermission in between the two. So please be patient. I got a short intermission. Short intermission. Short intermission. Short intermission.
You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. You do. Now I know I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
Woo! I don't know if Ryan Garcia is taking the fight serious or not.
I'm strong. I'm strong. Strong.
Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle.
I love this guy's work, bro.
NGQ. Doing what I do.
Mohawk.
All white. Looking nice. Okay.
By majority decision,
Big drama show.
Shout out to him, bro. All right, so, now I got to watch this. I got to react. We're going to do this. We're going to keep doing this, man. I'm having fun, man. I hope y'all having a fun time. Hey, man, supporting the chat. Hey, oops, I think somebody left a super chat. Brayye, man, thank you, bro. He said, these two women playing us like violins. Salute. Hey, man, for sure. And Brian Favors in the building say you can be nice, you can be nice, nasty, and classy. Yeah. Oh no, she more than nasty. I mean, Layla Ali will punch you in the mouth. Bro, I've been around the girl. I've seen her. She'll punch you in the mouth. You get the general fighter. You get the fighter sense out of that girl. She's not a nice. I never said. Trust me, I don't believe that she's nice now. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to say, hey, yeah, I think this guy knows she all super nice and all that. All I'm saying is your girl. What? The fuck? Hold on. Oh, it's images or something. I must say, hold on one second. All right, here you go.
Layla Ali has been losing the fight against me for a very long time, and we all know when you start losing the fight, you go below the belt. I really did not want to have to respond to this video because I am not into tearing another black woman down. This is just another example of the older hating on the youth. So now,
bro, I hate to tell you, your ass like 30-something years old, baby girl.
I want to come and set the record straight on what really happened, how our beef started, and how we got here today. So let's take it back to the beginning. 16-year-old Claressa Sheilds from Flint, Michigan, fighting her way to the Olympics to represent her country. Now, for those who don't know, around this time, I was relatively unknown. I was a diamond in the rough. Mary Spencer was 3-time world champion. She is from Canada. Me and Mary Spencer met up at the Continental Championships to face off. And oh, did I put a whooping on Mary Spencer. For those who don't know, the World Championships and the amateurs come around every 2 years, where all the countries in the world meet at the World Championships, and you have to fight 5 to 6 days back to back to become world champion and hold a gold medal. Mary Spencer did that 6 years in a row.
Come on now.
Relatively unknown at the age of 16.
Play the whole goddamn thing. I got to pay all of this?
Spencer, on the point system, 17 points to 34. After that, interviews flooded in from all over.
And one of them is boxer Claressa Sheilds. She just finished her junior year at Flint Northwestern, and while her classmates enjoy summer vacation, she'll be competing in the world's biggest stage.
She has to be one of the potential feel-good stories of the London Games.
American Claressa Sheilds has the potential to stand out from the crowd. At the age of 17, she was the youngest boxer to try out for the national team. And Sheilds hopes to qualify for the London Olympics by finishing in the top 8 of the middleweight category in China.
All right, bro, at this point in time, this shit is clickbait. Will you not give me a big fucking 9-hour commercial about yourself? What is she
I always have
saying?
the highest hopes for myself. So she was not the first person to interview me. Me beating Mary.
Layla Ali never claimed that she was the first person to interview you. Claressa Sheilds did not claim that she was the first person to interview you. Claressa never said that.
Mary Spencer put every.
And understand what's really going on. Working on other projects that required all of my time and focus, which is why I'm just now saying something with her. Now, this is just a shortened version of the 6-minute piece that 21 with her. Now, this is just or go pro. She would also 2012 when she was invited on stage to say things. So let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics the second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. Now, at the time, I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado.
No, she didn't say that. That's why I didn't want to listen to the whole thing. She didn't say that.
On notice. The young black girl from Flint was coming. Me beating Mary Spencer.
In the top 8 of the middleweight category in China.
You know, I always have the highest hopes for myself.
So she was not the first person to interview me.
She never claimed she was. Come on, man.
Me beating Mary Spencer put everybody on notice. The young black girl from Flint was coming. Speaking of all the interviews that I did, Layla Ali came to the Olympic Training Center where I was training for the Olympics at, and me and her developed a big sister and little sister relationship. And now I wonder if it was even genuine because she gave me bad advice. She told me to stay amateur and win as many Olympic gold medals as I can because there was no TV exposure and no money for women's boxing in the professionals.
When she asked for advice, I gave her valuable branding advice and boxing advice so she could have long-term success in and outside of the ring. I told her she should hire a nutritionist, trim off that excess body fat.
That was nothing but her trying to body shame me and
oh, Jesus Christ.
Credit me for winning world championships at weight classes in 5 different weight classes, which is 154, 160, 168, 175, and 175 plus. I went against her advice, and I was the first woman to make $1 million in women's boxing.
Okay, so saying that she gave you valuable advice does not mean that she gave you that all of the things that she said to you was right. So she didn't, Claressa Sheilds is trying to claim that Layla Ali, listen to this. Claressa Sheilds told her to stay in the Olympics and get the amateur exposure because it really wasn't there in women's boxing at the time. There wasn't. But you're trying to tell me that she's telling you to not go pro? You're telling me that Layla Ali told you to not turn professional? When she was the one that when she put you, this is some trash, bro. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay.
Before this interview on The Breakfast Club with Layla Ali, me and her were very friendly. This is what ignited the entire beef.
You got Claressa Sheilds now, who's an Olympic champion. Mm-hmm. She went to
just for fun, shits and giggles.
Money right, Layla there at night. I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
She claims that I took this out of context. And one thing I will say, she wasn't just saying that I wasn't good enough to inspire her and to give her a challenge. She was saying that all the women who were currently boxing could not give her a challenge. The problem is that I am the only one that said something. Now, coincidentally,
bro, don't nobody else give a shit that a 41-year-old, 50-year-old woman said that she doesn't really care and she doesn't really see any challenges out there for herself. I'd have never heard anybody else. She's saying the only difference is that I said something else, nobody else said anything about it. Well, if nobody said anything about it, how would we know that anybody else is concerned about it? Man, Layla full. I mean, I'm sorry, bro. I mean,
Not
you
the
know,
first woman athlete that she's done this to. Let's rewind again and take it back to when Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports.
Are you a fan of Ronda Rousey? I wouldn't say that.
Before it was me, Ronda Rousey was the queen of combat sports. I mean, this girl was arm-barring girls in less than 30 seconds. She was viral. She was making hundreds of millions of dollars in her field. When she was on top of her game dominating, Layla Ali became jealous. And instead of her embracing Ronda Rousey, she started during interviews telling everyone how she would beat Ronda Rousey in a fight because she was too small and the size of her daughter. Play the clip.
Do you think Ronda Rousey, would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period. No woman, period.
Not even Ronda.
Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
Layla Ali had been retired for years and still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement and fighting Ronda Rousey. Layla Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then.
Honestly, man. Honestly, Rick, you don't bug your eyes out there, dude. That shit's ridiculous. Do not get your eyes bugged out. The girl's walking to a car. Somebody asked if Ronda Rousey would beat her up. She says, Ronda Rousey won't beat me up. What the fuck is he supposed to say? She wasn't hating on Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey's not even a boxer. Ronda Rousey's a fucking UFC fighter. And she didn't even play the clip. Let me tell you how much of that clip she gave. Man, this is bullshit Bill Haney shit, bro.
Tired for years and still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement and fighting Ronda Rousey. Layla Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then.
She didn't even say she was coming out of
retirement. Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's
like Ronda
Rousey. Would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period. No woman.
That's a
not
clip.
Even...
Play the clip.
Do you think Ronda Rousey...
Watch when they clip it.
Would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman...
That's a clip. That's a clip.
Play the clip.
Do you think
that you clipped
Ronda Rousey? Would you be able to take Ronda Rousey?
And no woman can beat me, period. No woman.
What is she supposed to say? She said, no woman can beat me, period. What is she supposed to say? She's hating me. That's all she said.
No woman, period.
Not even Ronda.
Of course not. She's too much smaller than me anyway. She's like the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old.
She says she's the size of my daughter, my 3-year-old. Dude, Layla Ali is fucking damn near 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. Ronda Rousey's a little ass. Oh my God, Claressa.
Layla Ali had been retired for years.
She didn't entertain it?
And still entertain conversations about coming out of retirement.
This is a dishonest fucking script writer. She still entertained conversations about coming out of retirement. Nowhere in there did she say she was coming out of retirement. Nowhere in there did she say she was coming out of retirement. God dog, Bill Haney. This Bill Haney, you guys are so fucking dishonest. You Bud Buddies, the whole Bud Buddy crew is dishonest. This shit's dishonest.
And fighting Ronda Rousey. Layla Ali was bluffing. She was bluffing then, and she's bluffing now. This is what she does. She ties her name to whatever combat sports woman is popping, and she said that she'll beat them in a fight. And
somebody walks up to you, asks you a question about who you'd beat for their podcast, and you're being tied? Dude, you're being tied to Layla the same fucking way. Ah, come on, man.
Then she plays victim once they respond. So we all know that Ronda Rousey was on top of her game. Once Ronda Rousey lost, Layla Ali went on a celebratory tour laughing and celebrating the fact that Ronda Rousey had lost her first and only fight.
Me trainer. It was like, train Ronda Rousey. I'm like, but I thought you thought she could beat me. What happened?
So would you do that?
You can't train somebody's chin to take a punch. But for the right amount of money, yeah, we could probably make.
What does Ronda Rousey need to work on?
Oh, where do I begin? You know what I mean? I think we need to understand that in order to be the best in the world, you definitely don't ever get beat up like that in your prime, period.
No, it was pretty bad.
I remember you said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah, I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey.
You don't get beat the way she got beat. You know, to just get 100.
Bro, anyway, Shields and Ali making money off this fake beef. Talking about fake Tank and Jake Paul in the barbed wire Texas spike match. Tank beats Paul in a what is this? In a reverse atomic spine buster on steel chair. Yeah, that's funny. Somebody said that they shot some shit was closer to a rehearsal. But okay, anyway, let me let you go without me
taken advantage of in the ring and it just looked like a little rag doll in the ring. That would never happen.
Now, this is the thing that people want to overlook. She's supposed to be so classy and supposed to be so, above everything. But look at these interviews here where she's clearly laughing at Ronda, discrediting Ronda, talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime.
Okay, let me tell you something, if you don't mind me telling you this, as far as somebody that was judging a debate. You have to get on the point.
She's just taking a dump.
You have to get on the point, Claressa. You right now, Claressa, are talking about what she did not do to you. You are saying that she, who is an analyst and is being asked questions after Ronda Rousey gets her ass mopped up by Holly Holmes, you're saying that she is not allowed to give her opinion about Ronda Rousey in the MMA? You're not talking about yourself and where you began. Because let me tell you, you started, let me tell you where this all began. And now you're talking about Ronda Rousey. Come on, Clip.
All over her. And Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So, I don't know if you guys know, but up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses a fight. We don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Laila Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Laila Ali hates on. She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her.
Okay, stop. This is minute 7:51.
Just for fun, shits and giggles.
Money right, Layla there. And I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would
I'm
not.
For the right amount of money, yeah, we could probably make.
What does Ronda Rousey need to work on?
Oh, where do I begin? You know what I mean? I think we need to understand that in order to be the best in the world, you definitely don't ever get beat up like that in your prime, period.
No, it was pretty bad.
I remember you said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah.
Ash's corner said, you can do it, Fanon. You can get through this video. Oh, my God. I'm having the hardest time in the world, bro. I'm trying to be fair to Claressa. But she playing so many games, bro. You're saying that she's hating on you. Now you're talking about her talking about Ronda Rousey and some shit that is fucking a century old and got nothing to do with you. Bill fucking Haney. Bill Haney. This is more Bill Haney than I ever thought it could be.
I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey,
you don't get beat.
Wanna overlook. She's supposed to be so classy and supposed to be so, above everything. But look at these interviews here.
Excuse me, Claressa. Are you arguing about her being classy? Or are you arguing about her hating on you? Which one is it, Claressa? This is what you call a goddamn bait and switch argument. She is not talking about Claressa Shields and her. Claressa Shields and Layla Ali. You're supposed to be talking about Layla Ali talking about you, Claressa. You. Not that she's some general hater that has problems and said other things in the world that you could possibly not like. Layla Ali did not call herself classy. Layla called you low life. They ain't calling you a dare. God dog, bro. Anyway.
Where she's clearly laughing at Rhonda, discrediting Rhonda.
Oh, what? I'm laughing.
Talking about how you can't be a great and lose that bad in your prime. She just taking a dump all over her, and Ronda Rousey was really that girl. So, I don't know if you guys know.
What does that mean? Ronda Rousey was... Do you see how quick she summarized that shit? When she was really that girl. What do you mean by she was really that girl? You're saying that she's a hater because she said you shouldn't get beat like that bad in your prime if you're that great. And then you say she's really that girl. Yeah, I'm telling you, I blame Ashley. I'm blaming Bill Haney for this bullshit. This is the same bullshit arguments that these dudes been using, bro. They hired the Bud Buddies. I'm telling you, the Bud Buddies hired Bill, and they got Bill's Echo Machine out here doing videos. This shit is terribly written. It's a terrible fucking argument. It's terrible, 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 terrible. It's a terrible fucking point.
Up in boxing, it takes a lot to get inside the ring. It takes a lot to prepare for a fight. And we all have a camaraderie where we don't laugh at each other when we fail, someone loses.
What are you talking about? Boxers laugh at each other, getting their ass beat up all the fucking time. What are you talking about? Talk shit about it, stand over the top of people looking at them while they knocked out? All of a sudden, you telling me you don't boast about beating people up? Or laugh? What the fuck are you talking? This is a morality play. Just so you know what they're doing. No, I am blaming them for this shit. This is some stupid ass argument and some niggas wrote the shit. Yes, I do. I blame Bill Haney for this shit. This is a Bill Haney ass argument. It is. Somebody produced this. Somebody wrote this shit. You remember when Bill Haney was doing his own little presentations and he had his little comedy shows and shit he used to produce on those videos? Bro, Bill Haney got like 15 fucking YouTube channels that work for this nigga. Give me the fucking break. This nigga can come up with a concocted fucking video for this chick. This shit is concocted bullshit argument, and it sounds like every Bill Haney fucking argument that I've heard over the last 5 years of Bill Haney making fucking arguments. This is a Bill Haney fucking argument. I know a Bill Haney argument when I hear a fucking Bill Haney argument. This is a Bill Haney argument being used through her.
The fight, we don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that
she's not in a boxing match. She was sitting in an airport with somebody asking a question. You are trying to conflate what's happening in a boxing ring against your competitor with what you're doing in an airport. Fuck out of here, bro. Listen to what she just did. I'm sorry, I can't take these bullshit arguments. This is a contrived ass argument.
Kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive,
listen. Look how she smoothly switches to acting like Layla Ali was the one that fought. Layla Ali did not fight Ronda Rousey.
It takes a lot to
Layla,
prepare for a fight.
Seriously, man, these tricky dick ass people get on my fucking nerves. She's about to conflate the sportsmanship you show somebody, the sportsmanship that you show somebody when you're fighting them, with not being able to joke around about somebody beating you in a ring when you're talking around.
We all have a camaraderie.
Yeah, y'all playing games.
We don't laugh at each other
Y'all
when we fail. Someone loses a fight. We don't kick each other when we're down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit,
there's no competitive spirit, dumbass. I can't do it.
It's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Layla
You're the
Ali,
most disrespectful motherfucker there is in boxing. Claressa Shields literally said that she would beat the shit out of fucking Keith Thurman. Claressa Shields said that she would whoop Keith Thurman. And she's talking about not being disrespectful because of the sport of boxing. You said you could whoop Keith Thurman. You disrespected the shit out of Keith Thurman. Said you would whoop Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman is a former unified champion, and you said you would whoop Keith Thurman. Layla Ali can't say she can whoop Ronda Rousey, but you can say you can whoop Keith Thurman? Am I missing something? Am I missing something? Layla Ali cannot say that she could beat Ronda Rousey, but Claressa Shields can say that she can whoop Keith Thurman? Are you telling me you think that this misleading fucking shit she's saying is accidental? No. Somebody gave her a fucking script full of bullshit, cornball ass debating tricks, the same ones Bill Haney uses. This is fucking ridiculous, bro. What a terrible fucking argument. You should have just stayed quiet, Claressa.
Celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat sports is.
How full of shit are you, woman? How full of shit? Now, look, I don't even care. I know y'all trying to ride with Claressa. This is the most bullshit statement I've ever heard. Oh, my God. Can you try to fucking integrity? Oh, my Lord. God, have mercy. Lord, oh, mercy. Lord, have mercy.
Down. We have a good sportsmanship, and if there is any competitive spirit, it's not in a disrespectful way. The way that Layla Ali celebrated Ronda Rousey's loss was disgraceful, and it showed that she has no integrity and that she doesn't even understand how serious the sport of combat.
Hey, hold on, bro. Bro, that is the truest thing you have said all day, Rick Timms. 2 cent, we got to let him have it. It's fruitless at this point. Fruitless as shit. Dog. Bro, this is not unbelievable. Wow.
Sports is. So I'm playing these clips so you guys know it's not just me that Layla Ali hates on. She hates on any woman in combat sports who starts getting more notoriety than her.
Anybody. She just said, Rick Timms, that this proves that, listen to what she tried to do, Rick. She tried to say, even though she didn't show any evidence of Layla Ali hating on her, she then says that she hated on Ronda Rousey, and then tries to extrapolate that onto every other woman in women's boxing, bro. You trying to tell me this is not a Bill Haney's bullshit? Bro, God, this is the worst. I'm telling you, as somebody that looks at this shit, I can't. Oh, it's so bad, bro. It's so bad. I should have.
In Layla Ali video, she said that I had become a disappointment and a bad representation of our sport and culture. When Colin Kaepernick started to kneel to protest racial injustice and police brutality, it was a chain reaction. The world was tired of seeing unarmed black men being gunned down and killed by the police. Everybody came together to fight and stand united under one slogan: Black Lives Matter. Instead of joining the fight, this is what Layla Ali had to say. Play the clip.
You're black, but we as black people are not calling the shots. We're not in charge. You have to fit in. You have to conform to a certain extent, but still try to be true to yourself. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like with me, for example, I don't a lot of times just post that I like, that I might see that are very pro-black, but I won't post it on my Facebook page because I have fans from all races, from all around the world, and I don't ever like to make people feel separate, you know, and sometimes they do, like when you just be like, Black Power, I love my, you know, so it's like, you know, I think it's time to like, I like the all lives matter, or all lives matter, you know, and that's kind of what my focus is, but it's hard, you know, because, you know, you got sponsors, and you got this, and you got that, and you don't want to step on anybody's toes.
You said you don't want to speak out because...
Now, let me ask you a question, bro. Am I really not supposed to think this is fucking Bill Haney, bro? You really trying to tell me I'm not supposed to sit here and listen to her race bait like that? You trying to tell me that that is not a fucking blatant race bait by claiming that Layla Ali says, look, man, I don't want to upset people because, bro, what the fuck, bro? Can we get back on whether or not she hated you or not? This is a race bait. Fucking flat. All right, whatever, man. This shit, come on, man. What the fuck? What the fuck are you hitting us with Colin Kaepernick and the fucking Black Lives Matter movement? And she's basically saying, man, I want to be pro-black, but man, I got all these other people around me, and it's not the easiest thing to do. So you're basically trying to call her a sellout and a coon. You're trying to tell me this is not some Bill Haney bullshit, bro? Come on, man. How many times you get the fuck out of here, Claressa? Terrible.
You don't want to lose sponsorships, and you don't want to upset your different fans. Your father, Muhammad Ali, used his platform to stand up against oppression. To me, it doesn't seem like you're proud to be who you are or to be the daughter of the great Muhammad Ali. For those saying that Layla Ali YouTube hate documentary that she did was classy. That wasn't classy. That was mean girl energy. She was being nice, nasty. She's always wanted to hate on me out loud, and now she's doing it proud and with her chest out to promote a YouTube channel. Now, in Layla Ali hate documentary, she says that her dad will never want his name tied to mine and that he did not like the fact that I called myself woke.
She did not say that. She did not say that. She did not do that, Claressa. She did not say 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 that. Claressa, she did not say that. She did not say that. She did not say that. That is a blatant lie. This is the third time that I have caught Claressa Sheilds putting some shit on Layla Ali that Layla Ali did not say. Those are red herrings. She made an argument that Claressa Sheilds never made. I mean, Claressa Sheilds is arguing with something Layla Ali never did. She's sitting there calling her uncle. Man, this is Bill Haney's fucking bullshit logic.
Well, lie detector test tells us that that was a lie. Play the clip.
Call yourself the GOAT, that's fine. It's flattering. You look up to my father. We both thought that was cute. That was sweet.
5 minutes later.
My father would not want to share his name or image with her.
That's not his name. That's not his fucking image. You're a liar, Claressa. You're a liar, Claressa. You're just a liar. Whoever put this shit together, bro, you guys are liars, bro. Listen to this. Just lying, bro. These two clips do not contradict each other. He thought it was cute. That's saying he thought it was cute, like, okay, yeah. He said it was cute. Oh, that's cute. That's dissing you right there by saying they thought it was cute. Yeah, it's cute. Man, come on, bro. That's not even contradictory.
Lie detector test tells us that that was a lie. Play the clip.
Call yourself the GOAT, that's fine. It's flattering. You look up to my father. We both thought that was cute.
You look up to, you call yourself GOAT. You look up to my father. Fine. That's cute. She does not say anything about his name or likeness. This is why I do not like fucking clip warriors. You are being dishonest in what your conclusion is, Layla, and you didn't even do a good job. Right there, all she's saying is, I didn't have a problem with you calling yourself the GOAT. That's cute. But that's not saying the same thing as associating with him with his name and likeness. He wouldn't want you associated with his name. His name is Muhammad Ali. His name is not GOAT. His likeness is a picture of himself. It is not a chain that says GOAT.
That was sweet.
5 minutes later.
My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not.
Name or image. Name or image. That's what she said. Name or image. GOAT is not Ali's name, and GOAT is not Ali's image, Claressa. You're being dishonest again, Claressa. You're being dishonest again. Yeah, but that doesn't mean she got to be dishonest.
Not represent anything about him in the ring or outside.
The champ is here.
You show a picture of this man looking away from you?
The champ is here.
Layla, did you forget that you told me that your dad was flattered and proud that I called myself the GOAT? Layla Ali.
Where's the receipts? Where's the receipts for this little slick shit you just pulled? Where's the receipts for the slick shit you just pulled? This is minute what? 10 minutes and 47 seconds? I want to come back to 10 minutes and 47 seconds. That is the picture that she shows.
Full sit-down interview with her.
That's the same day right there that she refers to.
The time to address this. So today, the bad guy ain't getting away. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years. What got us here? Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing. So let me show you some receipts. I first met her in
right there. I first met her. That's the picture right there. At 1 minute and 54 seconds. Here,
the champ is here.
She's talking about that same picture, which was the first time she ever met him. Does he look like he's engaged right there with him? Look, she takes a picture looking at the camera. Ali's looking up somewhere else. That's the first time she ever met him. She's using this as proof that Ali was proud of her. Ali looks completely disinterested in this picture. Completely disinterested in this picture.
The champ is here.
Though I do rock with the red and black.
The champ is here.
Layla, did you forget?
Nah, Layla's never gonna like this chick, bro.
That you told me that your dad was flattered and proud that I called myself the GOAT? Layla Ali says that I lied about what transpired when she asked me to spar.
Now you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me to spar.
You got that from your daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics and we talked and I gave her some advice.
That you told me that your dad was flattered and proud that I called myself the GOAT? Layla Ali says that I lied about what transpired when she asked me to spar.
Now you know that was a flat out lie.
We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me to spar.
You got that from
I
your
offered
daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked
Did
to
you?
her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics and we talked and I gave her some advice. And I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
Found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me?
The lie detector shows that also was a lie. We're going to keep playing these clips. So now that we both see.
Bro, there was nothing fucking there. Wow. What the fuck was that shit? You're such a fucking liar, Claressa. Claressa, what was this horse shit that you just tried to pull? What was this? There was nothing there. There was nothing there. She took these, bro, she says you're lying, so she calls her a lying again. She has not shown a lie yet. Literally, we're way over the top of this. She has not exposed a lie yet, bro. Man, come on, man. Hey. Come on, man. I know y'all like Layla, but Layla's doing it. I know y'all like Claressa.
There is absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff. And
Okay, so here she says, Claressa says, not wow, come on, man. Claressa says there's no way that you would not call my bluff. Okay, that's what
I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me to spar.
You got that from
I
your
offered
daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked
Did
to
you?
her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the 2012 when she was invited to do. That
works, child.
A challenge when I
is big sis, but this was her response.
watched the Breakfast Club video with Layla Ali. I have so much respect for her, and I like her. I actually call her my big sis, but it was so many shots thrown. Like, if y'all really paid attention, her saying, oh, there's not nobody good enough at 168, my weight class, that could give her a challenge when I'm the number one in my weight class. And, I'm just like, nah. And, I just feel like, she gave props where it's due, but, she also spoke on how, what I'm doing for women's boxing is great, but it's not great enough for her. And it's like, we got two different goals.
Bro, she didn't say anything about what you did was great, but it's not great enough for her. Bro, I'm trying to tell you, your girl Claressa tripping, bro. She's just a jealous kid, bro. That's what I see, but hold on.
In life, me winning 2 Olympic gold medals is just to begin. Me, you know what I'm saying? Like, this can happen. I just don't like the disrespect, and it's my disrespect.
Fired from boxing because I just one of her visits.
Incredible show.
people and the sweet science to boxing. The reason that's not to disparage those that have come before you. First of all, she could never beat me.
No, it's not that she said it. I'm looking at what she did not know. I'm not talking about I didn't know what she said. I'm asking for the remainder of what she said. Because what she did here was
we talked and I gave her some advice.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me.
So she's saying that she told me the same story. Claressa Sheilds is saying Layla Ali in one thing said that she didn't care about sparring. And then another one, she's saying that she did care about sparring. I don't know, whatever, man. This shit is whatever.
Spar.
Keep it playing.
You got that from your daddy?
Claressa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics and we talked and I gave her some advice. And I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
Found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me?
The lie detector shows that also.
Right. She said, you want to spar me? But then she later said she didn't want to spar. But all she's saying is that Layla Ali said that she was right about something that she said. But she didn't say the things that they were disagreeing about. That's what I'm on. Like, dude, these guys, they're so tricky. Listen to this. What she said is that we agreed. That's what she's saying. I got to go through this. She's saying, oh, we agreed
You ever
about—
want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, Clear, calm down.
Yeah.
Found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me?
Okay, so she said that oh, you want to spar me? You want to spar me? Okay, so what did she say that wasn't true? Hold on.
That was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it.
That you told me that your dad was flattered and proud.
Oh, then I got to hear this,
called
man.
myself the quote. Layla Ali says that I lied about what transpired when she asked me to spar.
Now, you know that was a flat out lie. We know that if that were true, she would have said it years ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me.
Okay.
Let me just get that straight right now.
You want to get that straight, Layla?
Let's get that.
Do what she now.
Yeah.
Respect for her.
To do. I mean, that's how it feels now.
Where's the sparring talk? Damn, I hate that I don't.
Get back in the ring just for fun.
Turn 40.
It's something that she said she didn't say was true.
Is getting some good attention.
Now remember, at the time, we were on good terms. She was reaching out to me and referring to me as Big Sis. But this was her response.
I watched the Breakfast Club video with her, and she never female boxers that hard time.
Energy into her. But she, on the other hand, she took it straight to social media, started comparing her boxing skills to mine, making me tired from boxing because I didn't feel inspired or her, and was supposed for someone who hardly had any experience.
Oh, I'm gonna step away like happened. You know, I just for her biggest test.
That's just facts.
I can't find it. I don't know what she said before that.
Absolutely no way she would have passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling.
Oh, that she backed down. She said that she backed down. She would have told everybody that she would have backed down. That's what I was looking for right there. It's right here. So clearly what she's saying is she would have taken everybody's chance to tell her that Layla backed down, right? So there she's saying right here, Claressa, Layla's saying that if Layla, had turned down sparring with you, you would have told everybody. So she's saying, no, she was sparring. Okay, I get
years
it.
ago when it first was mentioned that she wouldn't spar me. There is absolutely
I get it.
no.
So she's just, Layla's not, what Claressa's not doing is Claressa's not showing the portion where she said that she didn't want to fight. She didn't want to spar Claressa because she said she didn't want to spar Claressa. She was saying that, what do I care about sparring? What do I care about sparring? I only want to fight. I'm a two-time Olympic champion. I don't want to spar. And then she said that she didn't want to spar because she felt that girl felt a certain way. Yeah, dude, Claressa's not being honest,
she would
bro.
have
That's
passed up the chance to tell everyone that she called my bluff and I backed down.
Here is a clip of her telling the same story that I told when she asked me.
No. So let me tell you what Layla did. Now I know what Claressa just did and what the editors just did. Basically, she's pulling a blue blood. She's pulling the shit blue blood pulled on me one time, where you agree with the person that busted you out. Layla is saying you lied, Claressa, by saying that you didn't turn down sparring with me. Then you try to show a situation where you guys say the same thing and say, didn't I see? That's me telling the truth. But the only thing you told the truth about was that you guys had a conversation. You don't have anything. There's nothing in it about whether or not you really wanted to spar her or not. Because what Layla Ali was saying is I checked you to see if you wanted to spar and you didn't want to spar. And then in another video, you said you didn't want to spar. But then in a third video, you said, okay, yeah, I want to spar her. So then you show her saying that you sparred her saying that you would, yeah, bro, no. What she did is she's being purposely misleading. No, that's just purposely misleading, bro. That I love how you breaking this shit down. It's the best I've seen. I'm telling you, she's being purposely dishonest. Because what Layla said was, I called out Claressa Sheilds to spar Claressa Sheilds. Claressa Sheilds didn't want to spar me. Now, Layla Ali is saying, Claressa saying, Layla Ali is not telling the truth. Not telling the truth about what? Not telling the truth about me not wanting to spar her. So she wants to break and prove this isn't true. What's her evidence to prove that it's not true? That they both said, you want to spar me? That's all she did. She just said, she proved that she said, you want to spar me? How in the world is her saying, and the two of them agreeing that she said, you want to spar me? How does that make Layla Ali a liar when Layla Ali says that Claressa Sheilds turned down the sparring? You're trying to say, oh, you want to spar me? Like you're asking to spar her? You weren't trying to spar her. And she said you weren't trying to spar her. Stop lying. See, dude, I'm trying to tell you, bro, that's why I did not want to be a prosecutor. I would have put niggas like this underneath the jail, bro. Y'all jump up here with these scams. No, that's bullshit, man. Anyway, I know that this is not popular with 2 Cent, bro, but seriously, it's the game.
I offered Claressa sparring. When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics, and we talked, and I gave her some advice. And I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
I found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me?
The lie detector shows that also was a lie.
What was the lie? She didn't tell a lie. You literally agreed with her. The lie was she said, hey, you said that you didn't want to spar me. And she said, I asked her about sparring. She said, you want to spar me? And then you say, you want to spar me? Dog, you tried to steal her point. That's all you did. And try to make it look like you were right. Man, what a terrible, man. You guys are cornballs, bro. Seriously, man.
We're going to keep playing these clips. So now that we both see.
And look, we're going to keep playing these
Mary
clips.
Spencer,
as if that clip said
that
anything.
was mean girl energy. She was being nice now.
When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics, and we talked, and I gave her some advice. And I said, hey, you ever want to spar? And she's like, you want to spar me? I was like, calm down.
Yeah. Now, look, do you really think Claressa Sheilds said, do you want to spar me? You really believe Claressa Sheilds said some shit like that? Does Claressa Sheilds seem like she talks like, you want to spar me?
I found that when she asked me to spar, I said, you want to spar me?
You want to spar me? Claressa Sheilds sound like that? Come on, man. Get out of here.
Lie detector shows that also was a lie. We're going to keep playing these clips. So now that we keep playing these clips.
We're going to keep playing these clips. You didn't prove shit. You acting like you got a win, bro. You didn't get no win, Claressa. Man, I'm sorry for breaking this shit down.
So now that we both see how the story of us sparring happened, if it is still on the table, if the offer is still on the table, we can still spar because we all know that you're not ever going to get inside the ring and fight against me. Nobody thinks that Layla Ali can beat me in a fight. She doesn't think that, and neither does our peers. Play the clips.
Claressa Sheilds. I don't think there's really.
If this girl was.
Ali Wash, how you feeling, brother?
I'm feeling amazing. How about yourself?
Everything's good. Claressa Sheilds came out today with she had a $15 million check in her video and told Layla Ali, step up, we got the money. What are you thinking of it? Is she reaching? Is it a potentially a good scrap? What do you think? What are your thoughts?
I don't think the fight is going to happen. I know her accolades speak for themselves.
Okay. To kick Layla's ass.
Claressa Sheilds, you asking me?
Okay. We're not even in the same weight class. I know that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen.
I don't care if people think you're gonna win them, bro. Win the fight, bro. Everybody knows you're next fighter.
And not simply because she's not strong enough. Okay, because I would definitely knock her out. But because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oh shit! Look.
Okay. Is it possible one of the biggest fights of all time, the matchup between you and Claressa Sheilds, could ever take place? Is it possible? Because that's what people want to know.
Oh, I didn't say anything, man. I didn't.
All time, and I love Layla.
When I talked to her, yeah, she reached out to me when she first won the Olympics, and we talked, and I gave her some advice, and I said, "Hey, you ever want to spar?" And she's like, "You want to spar me?" I said, "Calm down."
I found that when she asked me to spar, I said, "You want to spar me?"
The lie detector shows.
I don't think there's really any question that she's the best women's boxer today.
Of all time.
All time. You putting over Layla Ali?
All time, and I love Layla.
Wolf?
All time.
Coal miner's daughter?
All time.
And she's the best fighter fucking in the world, bro.
Bro, I don't give a shit about the fucking Bud Buddies and what y'all got to say. We know goddamn well Claressa Sheilds is a fucking great fighter, man. What the fuck? Of course your friends are going to say that you're going to beat Layla Ali, bro. Okay, do I have to hear this shit? No, I'm not going to listen to this shit. And that's her, and she's trying to get her nephew, and you're trying to get her nephew to say
boxing. So that'd be a fun fight to see.
Is Layla even in the gym? Is Claressa just trying to reach to get to a different level? Is she trying to use Layla?
Oh, no, Claressa doesn't need to use anybody. Claressa is the greatest female athlete of my time. Like, there's no question about it. Her accolades.
Hell no. Hell no. Claressa Sheilds is not the greatest female athlete of fuck out of here. She's not close to the greatest female athlete right now. Sorry, Nico, you wrong as shit on that. Ain't no
themselves.
Even Muhammad Ali's ex-wife, your stepmom, said,
"Bro, we'll slap tar shit out you, girl." Who the fuck is that again? Yo, that's not her stepmom. What the fuck you talking about, dumbass? That's not her stepmom. Dog, come on, man. See, that's some. Dog, look what she say. Your stepmom. That's not your stepmom, bro. That woman was divorced from Muhammad Ali in the 1960s, bro. They were married, dude. The last dog, Layla Ali's wife is like the second to last, bro. Side chicks unite, exactly. Not side chicks. No, I think that was his second wife or some shit. The nigga got like 9 wives, bro.
That I'd kick your ass.
I'm Khalil Ali. I'm Muhammad Ali's wife. I just
told me. She said, I know.
I want to back her up. Okay. I'm backing her up. Okay. To kick Layla's ass. Okay.
Now, see right there. That's why you got that. That's why your son didn't get no money, nigga. That's why your son ain't got no money, nigga. Anyway, hey, dog. That's why your son ain't got no money. I'm sorry, I don't like. This is the only Ali that I know I don't like, bro. I do not like that chick because she put that fake ass kid on Ali, bro. He said, like that though. I'm just trying to tell you, she put that fake kid on Ali, bro. She put that fake kid on Ali, bro. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. That's why the nigga. Hey, no, that's Ali's second wife. That's Belinda. That's the second wife, I think, or the third wife. I don't know, man. That nigga got a lot of wives, bro. Anyway, Ali left her. Hell yeah, Layla. Exactly. That's the one that got left for Layla's mama. You know she don't like her. That's hilarious, bro. To kick Layla's ass. Why? Because her mama took your man. I know.
She's too old now. She retired a long time ago. But if she can't turn down that bag, I understand $15 million at the end of the day, man. And she got punching power, right? She do what she got to do, man. Get that bag and go on about her business. But, hey, I got Claressa Sheilds. You asking me who I got?
Yep.
I got the GOAT.
This is why you can't go anywhere, because we need those direct takes.
I got the GOAT.
This is why she's mad.
Bro,
No.
I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you that's not why she mad, because your fucking friends like her. Because Tim Bradley, because Top Rank Timmy. Bro, hey, dog, seriously, bro. I hate to joan on this shit. I used to look at this shit as a kid, bro. Hold on, look at this nigga. Bro, that is not that nigga's kid, bro. That's why he left your ass, Belinda. You tried to stick that nigga with a kid that wasn't his, and he didn't like that, bro. I swear to God, bro, I know enough about these niggas to know that, bro. Look at this nigga. Hold on. Hold on. For real, bro. And this nigga didn't get no money either, bro. No dough. This is the biggest Ali scam that I've ever heard, bro. For real. Look at this shit. Seriously, 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 bro. They can say what they want. Neither one of these kids is actually this dude. I'll leave it alone. Nah, don't do that shit. Hold on one second. I'm about to insult this lady. She ain't gonna be mad. She gonna be mad as shit, bro. This dude right here. This is my conspiracy theory. I got a conspiracy theory, bro. I'm a Muhammad Ali historian, bro. I'm a Muhammad Ali historian, bro. And I got a conspiracy theory, bro. This is my conspiracy theory about Belinda. Hold on one second, man. I'll show you. Hold on one second. This nigga is not that nigga's kid, bro. Bro. Belinda, you mad because that's not that is not that nigga's kid, bro. Dog, look at this. This right here is who they sell as being that dude's son. And guess what, bro? He didn't get no money, bro. That you tell me that's that nigga's kid? That is not that nigga's kid, bro. Is what that is. That's why she mad, because that ain't that nigga's kid. I look more like that nigga than he does. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here, bro. I got cousins that look more like Ali than that nigga does. Man, that nigga, every picture you got of him standing next to that kid, he looked mad as hell, bro. Hell no, that ain't, man, that nigga's a stand-in, bro. That was his son. That's supposed to be Muhammad Ali's son, bro. This is Muhammad Ali's only, this is who they say, Muhammad Ali's only biological son. This is Muhammad Ali's only biological son right there. That nigga got disinherited, bro. Hell no. Bro. Now I'm trying to tell you what they say in Chicago. I'm just trying to tell you what they say, bro. Anyway, back to this. Hold on. I'm just telling you what they say, bro. I'm just saying what they say about that.
I have to put this out there. Layla, for you to do a 28-minute hate documentary, a smear campaign on my career, I have to give it to you. You are officially the most obsessed with me.
Claressa Sheilds.
Watching Claressa Sheilds.
Okay.
We're not even in the same weight class. I know that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen. And not simply because she's not strong enough.
She do what she got to do, man. Get that bag and her business. But hey, I got Claressa Sheilds. You asking me who I got?
Yep.
I got the GOAT.
This is why you can't go anywhere, because we need those direct takes.
I got the GOAT.
This is why she's mad. Now, I have to put this out there. Layla, for you to do a 28-minute hate documentary, a smear campaign on my career, I have to give it to you. You are officially the most obsessed with me.
Claressa Sheilds.
Look, they try this trick where they say you're obsessed because she says your name 5 times, bro. Hold on.
Obsessed with me.
Claressa Sheilds.
Watching Claressa Sheilds.
Okay.
We're not even in the same weight class. I know that she walked around heavier, but that would not happen.
Claressa, she said your name 6 times. She said your name 6 times right there. That's all you could come up with is 6 times she said your name. You should be able to come up with at least 15, 20 times where she says your name, bro. All you came up with 6 times? Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields, Claressa Shields. You're trying to tell me this is not Bill Haney? I love y'all, though. I know I'm making 2 Cent mad today.
And not simply because she's not strong enough, okay, because I would definitely knock her out, but because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oops.
Is it possible one of the biggest fights of
but because she's not talented enough to beat me. You're talented. You can box. You can.
Oh shit! Look.
Is it possible one of the biggest fights of all time, the matchup between you and Claressa Shields, could ever take place? Is it possible? Because that's what people want to know. What would it take?
It's absolutely possible. Is that she is just not physically big enough or strong enough to handle me. And she does not have enough skill to keep me off of her.
Want to do it?
Is she an inspiring opponent?
Is she? Of course, absolutely.
So now
especially
it's a matter
that
of,
mouth.
So now it's a matter
especially
of
that mouth.
If that
because
mouth
when it's
raises
personal,
the purse high enough.
When it's personal, that starts a fire, right? And when the money's right and it makes sense, then why not?
In 2020, when I was dominating all these weight classes, Layla pulled this exact same stunt. Now we're in 2025 and I'm more viral than I could ever even be happy about being viral. And now here she is doing it again, trying to tie
I'm more viral.
her name to mine for relevance. When asked about fighting me in 2025, this is what Layla Ali said.
Claressa Shields, there's rumors that you're gonna come back and fight her. What everybody's talking about it, or in the boxing circle.
The rumor that I heard was that I said that unless somebody had 15, 20 million, don't even call me about this. That's all.
Turkey has that money. Turkey's gonna set this up. I know it.
Unless somebody calls me and says they have it, we're not even gonna have a conversation. I'm not trying to come back and fight, but if someone offered that kind of money, I would actually have to think about it.
My team win records. All of us came together and we had 15 million in escrow for Layla to have a fight against me. Listen, the spices aren't selling.
That's a goddamn lie. You a damn 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 lie. You're a damn lie. You're a damn lie. That's a damn lie. Anybody want to know why that's a damn lie? How do you have $15 million in an escrow account and she's not a party to the escrow account? An escrow account will have 2 parties. One is you. The other one is the other. She has to have access to that escrow account. She said she had it in an escrow account. How can she already have it in an escrow account before you guys agree to anything? How do you know the specific number to put in an escrow account? Come on, it was not in an escrow account. The only reason that you're saying it was in an escrow account was because of what's coming on later in the video. She's just trying to say she put it in an escrow account, so when she plays the last part of the video, she can say escrow account. Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney. I'm done. This is Bill Haney, bro, and I don't want to hear shit else. I know people's patterns. I know how people act. This is a goddamn Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney production. This is a Bill Haney production. The arguments are Bill Haney arguments. The scamming ass bullshit, think you slick fucking edits are slick ass Eddie. When folks, what do you say? When folks dislike you, you can say 1 + 1 = 2, and they'll when she says 1 + 1 = 2, wake me the fuck up. Rick Timms, when Claressa Shields says 1 + 1 is 2, then let me know. He 50-0, Martin. All right, Rick.
And her TV shows are doing very bad. I was trying to put some money in her pocket and help her defend her legacy.
I take that back. This is her. What kind of shit was this? Oh, look at this. Hold on. Look, did Bills, look what she says. She acts like she's trying to do Layla Ali a fucking favor. You can't stand Layla Ali, but you're acting like you're trying to do her a favor, bro. Come on, watch.
About that, she got angry. And then, as we have to go on this, hey, listen, the spices aren't selling and her TV shows are doing very bad. I was trying to put some money in her pocket and help her defend her legacy.
Layla Ali is Muhammad Ali's daughter. She got an inheritance of over $10 million. Layla, how do you know that Layla Ali's spices are not doing well? Who reported these numbers to you, Claressa? Look, her spices aren't doing well. I'm trying to put some money in her pocket. That's a pimp move. Look, baby, your husband leaving you. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to get you to sell the coochie. I'm trying to put some money in your pocket, baby. I'm trying to put some money in your pocket, baby. Hey, baby, I'm trying to put some money in your pocket. After 20 years of retirement, she would not be defending her legacy. What the fuck? Listen, look, bro. She act like she doing her a favor, bro, trying to get her to sell that coochie. She trying to get her to sell it, baby. Sell it.
To have a fight against me. Listen, the spices aren't selling and her TV shows are doing very bad.
How do you know that? Her spices ain't selling and her TV, listen. Her spices ain't selling and her TV shows are doing bad. Listen to this. Her spices are not selling, so her business is not working, and her multiple television shows. Nigga, where are your spices? Where are your television shows, bro? Hey, said spices ain't hitting on shit, Martin. She ain't got no 401k. You know her 401. She ain't got no 401k. Hey, said exactly what happens when you're directed by a rapper. You come out with trash tracks and calling out retired fighters. Hold on, man. God dog, man. The girl. Damn, can I get some spices? And by the way, I'm about to buy some Layla Ali spices today, bro. She don't got no 401k. The host gets paid regardless, bro. Oh, I love it. This shit's been so fun.
I was trying to put some money in her pocket and help her defend her legacy.
Ooh, you're just doing her a favor, huh?
We got the 15 million. But instead of her being happy about that, she got angry. And then, as we have to go on this hate documentary, you're going to show a clip of me getting dropped in a fight that I won unanimously? I have won every fight, unanimous decision or by knockout. Layla, you...
Yeah, your ass did get dropped.
Won a fight majority decision, and it's even one that should have been a split versus Jackie Frazier.
Ooh, nice upcut. That wasn't Jackie Frazier.
She said I'm a bad representation of our culture.
That was not
Let's
Jackie
clear that
Frazier,
up.
babe.
I've never been in jail. You can't find a mugshot of me. I've never tested positive for PEDs or anything. So, therefore, how can I be a bad representation of the sport?
Hold on, bro. She did not. Hey, dog. Did you miss this part of the video, baby?
That's not disrespect for her. I sent her off in the right direction, but my father would say, she's a generic wannabe. My father would not want to share his name or image with her. She does not represent anything about him in the ring or outside of the ring. Now, many of us, including myself, had high hopes for her. I supported her. I sent her off in the right direction, but she has become
not the talent, baby. You don't have the talent for that.
A disappointment. She is a horrible representation of both the sport and our culture.
Beneficial. Fuck them if they win against you. You don't need them bitches with you. Her man ain't got no balls, so you know he's big little. Not them fake hoes, do it for the real women. I ain't fucked this nigga 2 years, still bitching. Girls who think they just so pretty.
This I can't do, bro, because you know she hating on her. Because dude, Layla is pretty.
You know who is a better representation? Alicia Baumgartner, who she has pictures with. So my message to all the young girls and young boys.
What? Why let Claressa Shields just who she got pictures with? Dude, because she took pictures
with.
You can't take a picture with Alyssa Baumgartner? By arguing with men and saying you can beat up Keith and by crying and being hard, like if I don't know, she out here wild.
So my message to all the young girls and young boys coming up, never let the people that came before you try to discourage you, put fear into you, and make you not want to chase your dreams.
Layla Ali, when you were coming up, Claressa Shields, listen to what she just accused. Claressa, your ass is a grown fucking woman. You're a grown ass woman. You're 30 plus years old. How old is Claressa Shields? Claressa, you're 30 something years old. How old is Claressa Shields? Age, I think she's 30, isn't she? 30 years old. You're not some little kid. She ain't no little kid.
Pictures with. So my message to all the young girls and young boys coming up.
Young boys and young girls? Hey, Brian,
never let the people
Brian,
that came before you try to
Brian Favor said, thank you, brother. He said, hey, here's some money in your pocket to buy some spices. I need some spice money. Thank you, brother. This has been a lot of fun, bro. We having a good time today.
Discourage you, put fear into you, and make you not want to chase your dreams.
This is some bullshit, bro, right here. This is Bill Haney right here. Look. She even pulled a fucking sneak move on this girl. Don't be a home wrecker. Good advice. Hey, dog. Don't be a home wrecker, dog. Don't be trying to give that stuff out to nobody else and men knowing they ain't going to go back home. She's still better. Hold on. I am writing because I heard you on Sway. Not mad because you said what you said, because I said what I said to anger you, because you have angered me with your words. I respect you, and I'm happy you started the flame, but I never said you weren't a good boxer or not a good businesswoman. So I feel like all the media and etc. that we had misinformation somewhere. I don't know when or where it started. I don't know where it started, but I know I used to text and I keep you up to date and ask for advice because I felt, where'd it go? Because I felt we were cool. So some of your words hurt my feelings, and that's why I responded the way I did. Okay. So then she continues. We could always talk or meet up and figure it out. Okay. We could always talk or figure it out. And I always feel that I can beat you in a fight, and you feel you can beat me in a fight, and that's not going to ever change, but that don't mean we have to hate each other. You're a real punk talking all that shit publicly, but trying to make nice in private. You remind me of Ann Wolf's coward ass, but at least you're willing to get in the ring. I'm going to teach you a whole lot of things that will make you a better person and a fighter. Lesson 1, learn to shut your mouth about money being there, because it's not there until it's in an escrow account. You can keep acting like you're the victim if you want to, like I came for you and called you out, but we both know you ran your mouth about something you really don't want in your heart. I can see right through you and always have, so be patient, and hopefully you will have the opportunity to try to knock me out. even though you're not even hurting those soft girls, even though you're not even hurting those soft girls you've been fighting and let alone knocking them out. Keep believing your own hype. Dog, that's nasty. Yeah, see, that's a nasty chick right there. She got her feelings hurt with that. Yeah, that ain't never gonna be. Where'd it go? Layla just got nasty with her. Hold on, man. I gotta get the rest of this shit. You got so used to everybody bowing down to you that as soon as you said you were wrong, went crazy, you're not the best female fighter, you weren't then and you sure as hell aren't now, I won't be responding to you, and you want to shut me up, then fight me. Nobody gets brownie points in sparring. So you turn down sparring again. Dog, I'm telling you, you niggas are going to go to jail thinking you slick, bro. I'm not saying like this is something worth going to jail over. I'm just saying you guys, you just think you fucking slick, bro. All this shit is somebody trying to be slick, bro. You're not, you're a real punk talking that pub. And by the way, do we even know where the fuck this shit is? Like, what's the date on this one? You know what I mean? Like you have the dates on here, but you don't have a date on Layla. Where's the date on Layla's? You don't even show it continuously. You break Layla's off like Leah. You're not even giving the whole fucking story on Layla. Look, they don't even have, only thing they show Layla saying is this. They don't even have a date on this shit. I mean, I got that shit that she told her that, look, you're a real punk talking all that shit publicly, but trying to make nice in private. You remind me of Ann Wolf's coward ass, but at least you're willing to get in the ring. I'm gonna teach you a whole lot of things that will make you a better fighter and person. Yeah, she talking big shit. Lesson 1, shut your mouth. Learn to shut your mouth about money being there and not there until it's in an escrow account. You can keep acting like you're a victim if you want to, like I came for you and calling you out, but we both know you ran your mouth about something you really didn't want in your heart. I can see right through you and always have, so be patient and hopefully you will get the opportunity to try to knock me out, even though you're not hurting these soft-ass girls. These soft-ass girls you've been fighting, let alone knocking them out. Keep believing in your own, keep believing your own hype. By the way, I won't be going back and forth with you for reasons I'm absolutely sure you wouldn't understand, but not keep typing yourself. Okay, but just keep hyping yourself a fight on the smaller outlets because you're good at that. You already know if the deal, you already know what the deal is if the fight is going to happen yesterday at 10 p.m. That's yesterday at 10 p.m. Where's yesterday at 10 p.m.? And why do the rest of these tweets have times and dates on them? Why does this shit have shit from years ago? And why doesn't Layla Ali's have any time and date and it say 10 o'clock yesterday? So you put Layla Ali's response to you in the middle of shit that was sent years ago. You're not even telling us about a real conversation, you liar. What a lie. Look at this. Doesn't that say 1/16/2020? Put a 1 in the chat if you see the date of this shit say 1/16/20. 1/16/20. That's 6 years ago. But yet, you don't even start there with that. Then you go to 1:56 a.m. You start this conversation with some shit you said to her years ago. Years ago, bro. That's years ago. And then you switch to some shit they did that Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney. Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney. Bill Haney, Bill Haney, Bill Haney. Let me tell you what happened. Layla Ali is acting as if this is one continuous strain of conversation. It is not. Look very closely at this note. Look at this very carefully. Only the dates. Only look at the dates. Don't look at anything but the dates. She starts like this is one train of, maybe I messed it up. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's go from here. Still watch. Still bitter. This is 6 years ago. I am writing you because I heard you on Sway. Not mad, right? She's trying to make peace. But when was she trying to make peace? She was trying to make one piece. This is something she sent on January 16th of 2020. January 16th, 2020. January 16, 2020. January 7, 20. But look, Layla didn't even respond. Look, we could always meet and talk and figure it out. Then, a day later, look, she's fiending. Nah, dog, she's fiending. Yeah, she mad because she didn't get a response, bro. She didn't get a response. She sent a note to her. Layla did not respond to her. Look, because it went from we could always talk or meet up and figure it out. The next day she sends her another note and says, I always feel like I can beat you in a fight as you feel like you can beat me in a fight. This is a day later after she didn't respond, bro. That's after she didn't respond. And then guess what? Then she acts like she responded here. But when was this? Like she responded, bro. That says yesterday at 10 p.m. It was 2 different messaging apps. Yeah, she's running a con here, bro. And she never responded. Man, this is some funny shit, bro. It's bullshit, bro. A said, Martin, that's 2 different messaging apps. All right, do I really have to do with this shit she just did? All right, so that was a 3-hour breakdown. I had a lot of fun, bro. But I want to be very, very clear, bro. I don't even think that's not 1 line of communications. That's 2 line of communications. Say, can we get to the boxing, please? Hey, man. Yeah, that's all we were doing today is that. Rick Tim said, Claressa was already unlikable before this. She had made it worse on herself. Unfortunately, we really can't talk about boxing. There's not a lot going on. But hey, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Man, I really wish. Hey, Barbara D, are you still there? I was just joking about that not being Ali's kid. I was just joking because I was jealous of him. I'm just jealous of him. That's all it is. Was that the end of it? I think that was the end of it. Ashley's Corner said, good show. You spoke facts. Hey, man, I know I ran foul of my girl 2 Cent and Rick Timms, but it is what it is. Look, man, I'm going to get up out of here. Check the video I sent you. Okay, we'll do. It's fair you both. He said, it's fair you showed both women. One is a cluck, though. Anyway, that's funny. All right, y'all. With that, I'm out. Deuces.